here.
Anyway, the 19 inches of Venom, right?
Oh my
Yeah.
god, I love all 19.
Buy a jar. I'm gonna buy a jar.
And with that, we are getting started. Hello, everyone. Welcome to what is going to be something new on the channel, where occasionally I will get a group of friends or a singular friend, depending on which game topic will be of the day. But today, for the first one, we will be talking about Spider-Man 2, which, as of this recording, has been out for 9 days now, it's the 29th. I assume everybody has either beaten the game and or platinumed 100% of the game. I know me, Aru, and I think Pat has. I don't know about Flame or Stalling.
I platinumed it. We all platinumed it because Stalling also platinumed it.
Gotcha. Before we get started, I think we should introduce everyone. First of all, hello again. Anybody watching the channel, my name is Bills, and y'all can see the socials up above us. But who wants to introduce themselves first?
My name
Hi.
is.
Oh,
You go
no,
first.
you want me to do it? Oh, okay. Hi, my name is Solly. I am currently DC's strongest soldier, sadly, but anyway, I platinum Spider-Man 2. That's basically about it. I have nothing else to say.
That's a sad fate that you got to be DC's strongest soldier. I'm so sorry.
Hey, chill.
all right. Next up,
yeah, I know about you, buddy. You're the second strongest soldier.
I'm the first strongest soldier. What do you mean?
And with that, hi Flame, introduce yourself.
Hey, my name is Flameku, and I am the true DC strongest soldier. And Stalling's the second strongest soldier. And I platinum Spider-Man 2 and beat it. Loved it. Want to play it again.
Yeah, we'll get into what we'll discuss in a bit. Aru, hi, Bethany, hi, welcome. How are you?
I'm good.
Hi.
I'm just here for Venom, you know.
Oh, I thought you already experienced the 19 inches.
I'm here for the 19 inches.
Oh, well, nice. Alright, and last but not least, good old Pat. Hi, my bestie.
Hello. My name's Pat. I'm DC's biggest hater. I am Spider-Man's biggest simp, and I am an enjoyer of all 19 inches of Venom.
Oh,
hello.
Pat, told me you love Batman. Stop saying you're DC's biggest hater.
I could be both things.
Pat, don't you
love Batman?
Pat, don't you consider the Batman like one of the greatest movies of all time?
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's crazy. Anyway, all right. So before we get into major spoiler talk, couple of things. We'll go over general thoughts, and then the story, and then characters and gameplay before we dive deep into spoiler talk, because there's definitely a lot to discuss and dissect, especially involving the ending and all of the endings of like the side missions and the post credit scenes as well, and also the mid credits and whatnot. But I feel like we should start giving general thoughts. We'll start with you. What are your general thoughts and how you felt about the game?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know. I have played the game 3 times now.
Oh my god.
And I don't know. I'm still trying to form an opinion because the initial ones were like, "Oh my god, game of the year, best game ever."
Yeah.
Like, it's amazing. And it's great, but like, I don't know. Its flaws are definitely starting to become more prevalent. The cracks are starting to show. But like, I don't know. I still have fun with it. I I this is gonna be like a type of game that I just like boot up when I'm bored.
Yeah.
Like just open a completed save just to like fuck around for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. Also, by the way, I'm playing the game right now as we speak.
me too.
All right, I guess I'll go next and piggyback off that because I initial re- and thoughts were like, yeah, this game's amazing and yada yada yada, like same as you, like it's like potential game of the year candidate, and it's a great game, right? I do feel though that there's some aspects of the game that are weaker than the first game, in somewhat mild as well. I don't know if that's a hot take for people, but and then obviously we'll get into deep details about some of the issues, especially towards the end. But I'll save some of that when we do the spoiler talk. But for the most part, I didn't run into like any like there was like one issue where like towards the beginning of the game when it's not really a spoiler because like the first hour or two in the game where like there's in the mission when you're going to Lee or you're like looking after like Scorpion and Lee and then the hunters uh attack and then like you're in like the ship part of the mission as Miles there's like a glitch where like you like web dash or whatever it is and like I did that and then Miles just was stuck in the air and was just act with doing like the web swing animation or like the web crawl and he was just stuck in the air and and he was just like swimming in the air and it was bugged out but that was like the only time that I got a glitch for a while until I got towards the end where all of a sudden this game felt like it was holding on for dear life where it felt like it bugged out like I would count like 5 different times to the point where I had to restart the game, which it's very unfortunate. Again like I'm someone who is not too affected by bugs that affect like the gameplay and whatnot, but it was definitely it's to the point where like it happened so much towards the end. Where it's like, okay, this is a little annoying, but I mean, regardless of that, it's still a great game. I do have not issues with like the story. We'll get into the story when we go to that. But I do have thoughts about it. But again, general like just overall general thoughts. Like I still enjoy. I really enjoyed the game. I too have to like let it sit for a bit because the issues do play a factor a little tiny bit for me. But yeah, I really enjoyed the game. Yeah. Uh, Pat, I guess we'll start with you next. What are your general thoughts on the game?
So I kind of I agree with both of you. I love this game. I'm very vocal about the fact that I love this game, but I do have some pretty glaring issues with it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, from a gameplay perspective, I don't think it's a hot take or anything, but this is the best one gameplay wise.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of story, I think it's the weakest of the three.
Yeah.
I feel like the game tried to do a little bit too much
Yeah.
with the time it was given. I see what they were going for the most part. I will get into the spoiler stuff when we get there, or like the
Yeah.
story discussion.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but overall, I feel a little bit disappointed with the way the story ended up being.
Yeah.
Um, if the game was maybe a couple hours longer, or some stuff was padded out a bit better, maybe things would have been a little more fully cooked. But as the story is now, it does feel a little undercooked. It feels a little like it's missing a little oomph that I think the first game did well.
Yeah.
I struggle to call any game perfect, but I think the first
Yeah.
game story is perfect.
Yeah.
And this one's like, yeah, like it's good, like it's fine, but it's not like it doesn't have that same impact that the first game or Miles had.
Yeah, see, that's my thing as well. Like, not to cut you off. Like, I'll definitely get into like the story like aspect when it's gonna be like the next thing we talk about. For me, it it's definitely like the oomph and like the impact of it. I feel like it's a lot weaker in that in terms of like the story aspect. I'll get more details of why. But yeah, I agree.
It's a shame because I think every other aspect, aside from one thing, I think is better than the first two games.
Yeah.
Like the combat is just better. New York has never felt this good to get around and explore.
Oh yeah, the New York is fucking massive. It's literally like the they consider it like twice the size of the first game.
It's like an improvement in every way in that regard. And then there's the story, and then there's the side content that took a step back, and it's just kind of a weird feeling. When we almost had a 100% upgrade, what we got was like a 75% upgrade, you know?
Yeah.
But I still love this game. I gave it a 8.5 out of 10. I don't know if we're doing review scores, but that's my review score.
Yeah, I think for me it's like an 8.5, maybe like 8.75. I'm the weird person that that goes by 0.25, 0.75 or whatever. Like somewhere around that range for me.
It is my game of the year. I know that was talked about briefly between you and Aru, but it is my game of the year. But I'm biased. I love Spider-Man.
Yeah, like obviously we're not talking about Wonder and
Yeah, no,
but
I don't think it's winning. I don't think it's winning, but it's
Yeah,
my
no.
personal game of the year.
Yeah, see, like I also believe there's better games out there, but like I am a personal bias towards Mario Wonder for various obvious reasons. Or for one specific reason. Let's be real. Let's be real. But yeah, like you're completely valid.
Yeah. Overall, I liked it. I want to love it, but yeah, that's where I stand right now.
Yeah.
I'll stop here for.
Yeah, I do want to say one thing before we'll probably go to stalling next, and then we'll go to flame. The game definitely needs patches. Like to go off just on a brief tangent. Like the game definitely needs patches. Like obviously the experience varies from person to person, but like this game needs some good amount of patches. And it's fair. The game is massive, so like I don't expect it to be perfectly ran, but like especially towards the end, it definitely had issues. But we'll get more in detail on that. Stalling, what are your thoughts on the game?
I do really like the game. I do say that the first game story was better, but I did like the story of this game. But there is one thing I have to point out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll get to it when we talk spoilers. And a friend, like Kaguya, like from PlayStation,
Yeah,
she
yeah,
pointed this out. She pointed this out that they kind of wrote themselves into a corner for 3, and I'll
yeah,
explain more.
yeah. No, like while I am, briefly, like while I am excited for, like I'm like minus spoilers, they lead up to a third game and probably like a spin-off or two. While I am excited, there's definitely I'm very confused on how they're gonna write a lot of what they're trying to do into those games. But
Like
yeah,
overall, gameplay wise, this is the best one, like bar none.
yeah, for sure.
Like
Yeah,
so
I
much
agree.
stuff was improved. Everything was improved. Like, I mean, I feel like the stealth was a bit worse, mostly because they kind of took away most of the stealth like gadgets. But to be fair, I don't really use stealth a lot. I do agree about the glitches. Then again, I never got a lot during my playthrough.
Oh, you'll see in some, and I'm only about to get to like the fourth or fifth episode, like the first 2 hours of the game on the YouTube side of thing. Later episode, they're gonna be more prevalent, but yeah.
Yeah, but also like the only glitch I legitimately only got was the spider cube.
Oh, I never see. I never got that.
Spider Cube.
You
I
never
That's not
got
a
it?
glitch. That's a feature. I want that as a service.
I got
Exactly.
that.
it needs to be a thing. It needs to be like a cheat code or like add on in
It's
like
gonna
the
be in
third game.
Beyond the Spider Verse, guys.
Yeah, make it. Yeah, put in the next Spider Verse as an Easter egg. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, I
They
never.
would do that.
like I didn't even know about the cube until after like I had 100% like after I had like beaten the main story, and I kept seeing people talking about the cube, and I'm like, what the hell is this? And I'm like, oh, it's a thing that just randomly happened.
Mhm.
Yeah. But anyway, I think that's kind of like all my non-spoilery thoughts for now. But it is my game of the year.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, Flame. Last one to give general thoughts. And what are your general opinions about the game?
It's a great game. It just has some bugs, and my game has crashed sometimes. And it's still a great game. I give it 10 out of 10 because of how much fun I had. But there are some things in the story I did not like, some things I did like, and yeah, they did bring out. They put themselves in a corner for the sequel, and they could fix it, but they could also not fix it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Can we talk
I
about the corner? I don't understand what corner they locked themselves in.
Uh.
Is
I,
it with? Can we just say spoilers, or should I wait?
we should probably wait. For me,
Okay,
I think I think it's for me specifically when I hear that being thrown out. I think for me, it because they're throwing so much. Like we'll obviously talk about like the side missions and whatnot, but like they're throwing so many like different characters for future games that like I'm not that for me
they're
I'm not sure.
overloading themselves.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure if they're saving some of them for like DLC or another like mile side game or just the next game in general. Like it like don't get me wrong. I'm like I said I'm excited for it, but like I'm very not concerned, but like cautious about how they're gonna handle adding a lot of the things they're trying to add.
Oh yeah, I'll save my thoughts for when we get into spoilers because I think I know what you guys are talking about, but I don't want to say it in case
Yeah.
it's what I think it is a spoilery. I do have a solution in my head though for
Mhm.
how to fix the problem,
Mhm.
I do
so
too.
I'll save it for later because
Yeah.
we'll save it.
Yeah. All right. Uh. Yeah. About the same. Like everybody, about the same. Great game. It has some issues, just all around in general, but still a great experience. Um. Okay. So story. I think we'll start with Pat this time around. Pat, what are your like general thoughts on the story in general and how it was handled?
So we've all played it. I'm sure everybody who's watching this video has played it. So
Mm-hmm.
the story covers three main like story arcs. There's Kraven's Last Hunt,
Mm-hmm.
very famous story from the comics. This game tries to adapt it about as well as it can. The Black Suit arc, obviously, it was advertised everywhere, and then Venom. They do the 2018 null Venom stuff in this game, which
Yeah.
is
Yeah,
interesting. I didn't think that was a direction we were gonna go immediately. Kind of don't like it, but I'll save that for a little bit.
I like it.
I
I
like the
like it, but I feel like
I like the concept. I don't like that we're immediately jumping into null.
Yeah.
well, I mean, we technically didn't. Null didn't show up, but
Yeah,
no, he
but like
wasn't even like name dropped.
he's not even
But
mentioned. But like the meteorite and the spiral, like and
He was kind of mentioned slash hinted.
there's our little red buddy out there now who we'll talk about later. He also ties
uh,
into things.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
we'll talk about that
I'm of
Red
the
Man.
opinion that you don't need Eddie Brock to tell a good Venom story.
Yeah, I thought
Because
for me, I
I
thought
like
Harry. Yeah.
I like Agent Venom and Flash enough, and I think I like
Yeah.
Venom in this game. My problem is I think you don't spend enough time with him.
Yeah, you don't.
Like the moment
Yeah.
Venom appears, and can I just talk? Can I say who becomes Venom?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, the moment Harry becomes Venom,
We all
That's it.
knew. We all knew.
Yeah, we all knew it was very obvious. Not even a twist. But
Holy
like the moment
shit!
Venom
Harry's
becomes Harry, we're at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Like we're full speed to the end.
There's like at most 2 hours of the game at most left.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I like Harry in this game. I think he's interesting, but I find Venom doesn't do much. If that makes sense. Like the let's heal the world stuff that Venom says is obviously Harry talking, but like Venom, obviously Venom's heal the world is turn everybody into symbiotes.
Hmm.
But why? Because he's evil, right? Like he's just
Yeah.
evil, and that's it. We're not really because we don't spend a lot of time with Harry Venom. We don't really get a good sense of who he is and why he's doing the things he's doing. And like you compare that to like Martin Lee and Otto from the first game,
Hmm.
and it's like I'm like okay, well you're just a boss, and he's cool. I love him. But he doesn't have that same kind of oomph that like Lee and Otto had. And
Yeah.
Craven too is just kind of a big boss. He doesn't really have this
Yeah.
super complex character. He's a threat. He's a menace. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. And I
Yeah.
loved him. I loved fighting him. But he's just a boss fight.
Yeah. He's just like that's my biggest thing. Like with Craven. Craven is there, and Craven is like the big threat for like 75-80% of the game. But the second Venom shows up, he's just completely just brushed to the side of the story at that point, and we'll get into details of why. We'll get into details of why. That's the reason, but he's just completely just written off the written away from the story as a whole, and Venom becomes the focal center point for like the last 2 hours of the game, and it's just I like Craven too, but like it feels like I don't know, like it feels like he should have gotten more, even though he
Like
did.
yeah, I like Craven. I like Venom, but I don't find them super compelling. I feel like they're bad guys I need to defeat, and that's it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And like again, like I don't want to harp too much on Otto and Lee, but especially that Lee's in this game too. Like Otto and Lee felt like characters who I had to stop because they're the bad guy, right? But I felt like sympathetic towards them, and they felt like human beings. Venom and Craven just kind of come off as walls I need to overcome, and they work well because like, they're very intimidating, they're very threatening,
Hmm.
but I don't care about them as people. And I feel like Spider-Man kind of needs that human emotion side of things to really work with their villains. Like Sandman's great in this game, and I think that's because you have his side quest to get into his head and really feel for him as a person.
Yeah.
And Craven and like Lizard too, to a lesser degree, I think. But Lizard kind of feels the same way, where like you get to know Connors, and when he becomes Lizard, and you know it's coming. But because you got to connect with Connors beforehand and speak to Connors after the fact,
Hmm.
kind of relate to him more. You feel for him more. I feel nothing for Craven except I want to punch him in the schnoz, and I feel nothing for Venom aside from I want to punch him. And they make for great punching bags, but I kind of wanted to care more about Venom, and that's where maybe Eddie Brock would have been a better choice than Harry. But obviously, Eddie's not in this game; he's not
Yeah.
part of this universe. So
Also, I do want
Well, he
to.
is, but like
Oh,
we don't
Yeah,
actually
he's
see him.
name dropped, but like
I also do want to clarify. Like obviously we're discussing stories, but like you can obviously give your feelings about like said characters as well. Just as a heads up. Because I do have some opinion about some characters,
yeah,
but I'll save it for when it's my turn.
for sure. I won't take up too much more time for now. I'll let someone else talk. Just my last point is just I think the story here has the building blocks for something fantastic. It just kind of needed a little bit more time in the oven. Maybe
Yeah.
if the game was like 5 or 10 hours longer,
Yeah.
some of these problems would have been mitigated. Maybe if Venom was introduced a bit earlier, but then like if Venom's introduced earlier, then the Black Suit arc is shorter. So like I don't know, it's hard. Like the game had
Yeah.
to be a bit longer. I think.
It's hard to
It
like.
should have been a bit longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should have been longer. Yeah.
I'll pass my turn off to the next person.
All right. I guess I'll go next. I I do agree with most of the same sentiments as Pat. And I won't get into too much. I do. I could like he said, like Craven and Venom are cool and whatnot, but like unlike how Otto and we were in the first game, like Venom and Craven just feel like not villains of the week villain, but like almost. If that makes any sense, like they just feel like okay, just I need to take them down just because they're villain. Like they didn't, there wasn't like nothing more, nothing less for them specifically. Like unless you will go for like the obvious, like the Hunter blind and learn more about Craven and his backstory. Otherwise, there's not much else for Craven. I do want to touch on some of the characters. So how I guess how did everybody feel about Peter once he got the symbiote being just a complete asshole? Because like I understand some people like didn't notice it and like some didn't like it, but like I've always thought that like yeah that's the point though. He has the symbiote, so of course it's an asshole.
I loved it.
I did
Yeah,
too.
that's the point. Yeah,
was
if anything, he
unfair
should
as
have been
well.
more of an asshole.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
I
think
wanted Bully Maguire dances.
they went a bit light on his assholeness, but
They were leading like
Uh,
there's a specific scene like when he like after like a certain part he wakes up on a bench a bench and like everybody he looks at his phone and like everybody trying to get a contact him he just ignores it like nothing happened. It's like okay we're starting to leave that but then no they don't really go anywhere besides that and he just
I just want to point out this is why your family left you. It's crazy.
Why don't you take your pills and tell me what you really feel? Like, holy shit.
Jesus Christ. Like,
Yeah,
no,
no.
no, there wasn't a lot, but the shit that some of the shit that you said just made my jaw drop. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, when he was talking to Harry specifically, I was like, Jesus Christ, you're a fucking asshole.
Yeah,
But
no,
I
no,
He would
no,
have
but I
slapped the
like
shit out of him if he was still around.
it.
no, no. Basically, he just did this. Look what I posted in general.
You're home with divorce your kid. What the hell? What the hell? I will put that in post edit. I will put that in post edit. Yeah. Also, in terms of characters, can we all agree Miles was the best character in this game?
Oh,
I
kinda,
kind of
yeah.
feel like he
Or
was
oh.
a
one
bit
of the better
faster.
ones. One of the better ones. I don't know about best, but like I do. It
Peter
definitely
was.
felt like it was the Miles
I
story
kind of feel
at
like
some point.
Miles was kind of sidelined a lot for most of the game. To be
Yeah,
honest.
Yeah, I
I kind
agree.
of despise how Miles was written in this game.
yeah,
It makes me really
yeah.
mad.
But
I
I do think the moment that he did get though, like it was like it really made me like I love Miles in the little that I know of him, but like even in and like yeah, he did get shafted for a good amount of the game, but like the moment he did get, I was like, okay, yeah, no, there's a reason why this Miles is such a beloved character.
Yeah.
yeah, I like Miles, but it feels like Miles was put into a Peter Parker story with nothing to
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right about
do.
that.
The moments he does get are fantastic. And like I love him. I'm happy that going forward he's probably gonna get more of a spotlight.
Absolutely.
But he's not given much to do in this game, which is kind of unfortunate.
Yeah.
I it's weird because like um the way I see it is they didn't know what to do with him. But whenever he was on screen, they kept propping him up. Like next to Peter, he was infinitely better.
Mm-hmm.
He constantly came in to save the day. He constantly came in clutch. And like it weirdly made it weirdly felt like Peter was incompetent compared to Miles.
Which is funny, right? Because like the first hour of the game, like they paint this like the whole point of Miles is like oh like we escaped and like that's his whole thing and like Like he's been out for like vengeance or whatever. And like the first hour of the game, like there's a scene where like he's more focused on that than saving people. But like but besides the point when he sees Lee, like after that, like Miles is the more level-headed character than Peter is, but like obviously because it's a symbiote. But like even then, like after that one moment, like Miles is just every time they're together, Miles is infinitely better than Peter every time.
Okay.
And I'll be back.
All right.
Like it's funny because I feel like just the story wrote Peter in a weird way. They're like, he's not incompetent.
No, not at
It's
all.
clear, like but like, does his spider sense just not work?
Yes,
in this
yes,
game?
that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
That's what I was
it's
gonna
true.
say. I'm like,
Jacksepticeye saying the
dude.
exact same thing.
I know it, like, because the game never straight up says it, but like obviously if you've like seen any other piece of Spider-Man media that has Venom in it, like you kind of know that the spider sense doesn't work for Venom.
yeah,
But like,
Yeah.
bro is just tanking hits from like everybody for no reason. Meanwhile, Miles is like ultra instinct everything. Like he's the king. He's the Spider-Man.
One
and that's
thing
what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
get.
I'm like, Peter's been at this for like what, 9.5 years?
Something
Why
like
is
that.
he getting hit by all this? It doesn't make sense.
One thing
Like
I
the
don't.
scene where you see like the Craven Hunter, and he makes the joke about like the honey, right?
Oh yeah, the
I
bear.
love that scene. Why did you get hit though?
I just hold on. I just like to think that he purposely got
Yeah,
hit.
he purposely got hit to make the joke.
Yes, because he could have easily dodged it, but he just chose to get hit because of it.
It's like comic book lore that like when Peter wears the symbiote, he trades his spider sense for power. And like maybe that's what they're trying to imply here. But
Maybe.
they never say that.
Yeah.
So
Listen, he went full force Bully McGuire on there.
Okay.
I'd
True.
say that as well, but like that issue was happening way before.
yeah,
Like,
it was. It
in
was
the
happening
first fight with
before he got
Sandman.
the suit. So it's weird.
Yeah.
Like
One thing I don't
I
get
don't
I know
know.
Peter got fucked
in the
up
first
throughout this
game,
but I actually kind of okay with it.
yeah, but in the
Like-
first game though, he basically they showed that he could do the spider sense stuff, but I don't know what happened in the second game. Like he was able to dodge all that type of stuff with spider sense, and they had cutscenes for spider sense in the first game, but not the second game. So I don't know what the fuck happened with that.
he wanted to
I
take
usually-
more hits. He wanted to feel something. It feels like Miles is a lot more competent in this game as a Spider-Man. I like how I love Miles.
What happens, knowing?
I just usually chalk it up to just plot, I guess.
Yeah, I
Or
guess.
no, something just needs to happen.
Yeah.
Also, I always love the idea of a hero that keeps getting fucked up but still keeps coming back up.
Yeah, and that is Spider-Man, right? Whatever knocks him down, he gets back up.
Like another example of that is like John Wick, how he usually gets fucked up in most of his movies, but he just keeps coming back. He gets hit by a car in every single movie.
Yeah.
And also Batman.
Like it's cool.
Mhm.
But, like I feel like Peter spends like half, like the end of the game, he spends half the boss fight unconscious
Yeah,
because he's not fucked up.
he does.
Like, bro, this is your final boss. Get up. I could have to get saved by Miles like 3 different times during the last act of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, there's one other character that I do want to talk about, but I want to save her specific. Y'all probably know what I'm talking about, but I want to save her specifically that we'll talk about when we talk about the gameplay and her gameplay. But does anybody else have Aru or Wayne or Stalin? Do y'all have any other?
Oh wait, are we
thought-
still on characters?
story? The story.
I have
I mean,
a
you
lot
can talk
to
about
about
characters
story.
as well during this part. So like, the does anybody have like general thoughts on story,
What
character?
we're saying,
Me, I
is this what they can talk about gameplay wise, or are we about to go to that next?
Well,
Can just say it.
if well, I mean, if anybody else has something to say about like the story and characters,
do.
okay,
Oh,
So I
flaming
did
in
not
our.
like how Craven treated some of the Sinister Six in this game. Like he pretty much killed off more than half of the Sinister Six. And I feel like that was overkill for Insomnia Games to do for, show how terrifying Craven is in the story.
I agree. I
Like,
don't think it's necessarily a bad thing that they were killed off. I don't like that they were killed off screen.
I
yeah.
didn't like
Yeah, like especially
Electro.
Vulture. Like I guess minor spoilers, but like whatever. Like we're already in it now, but yeah, Vulture getting killed off screen was just like okay, sure. Like cool, we saw Corbin get killed, but like Vulture getting off killing screen, that was a weird.
Vulture,
Then also
Shocker.
Electro,
Yeah,
and also
Electro and
Shocker.
Shocker.
Just let it be
Actual
known,
Shocker.
at least. Also, let it be known that it's canon.
It's Ken what?
A Shocker out of all of them put up the best fight, so you got to give him that at least. He
Oh
went
yeah,
out
it was confirmed.
fighting.
Yeah, the best fight out of all of them.
It's also like it's not canon because we don't because like it's an off screen like out of bounds thing. But
Mhm.
apparently he killed the Rhino too, which like
Yeah. Mounted his
That's
head on a
confirmed
wall.
to be
like
non-canon.
yeah, it's cut content, so it's probably like not canon. Like
Yeah,
it's weird. Like
but the devs really respected us saying that how much we hated the Rhino.
I don't like the argument that because a lot of people are saying oh like there's no villains for the next game. That's not true. Like
That's
Spider
not
Man has a
not
ton
true
of
at all.
Spider Man's got a
true,
ton of
but
villains.
but
But
it makes
killing
it
off half the
harder, though.
Sinister Six off screen kind of feels disrespectful.
You done a little
Yeah.
bit, yeah.
They gotta get rid of the
Also,
It's not-
Vulture and
so we can
Electro
have
are
big
legacy
wheel.
characters, so they could just have new iterations of them.
Same thing with Scorpion.
Yeah.
Shocker, I don't know about, but like,
Honestly, I am kind of sad about Shocker stuff.
we almost had the Shocker scene.
Yeah,
At,
we almost the
after-
suit is in the game too. We could have had the Shocker scene.
That was a waste of
No.
potential.
No, wait. Oh no! I was gonna say we could have had a potential side mission doing the superior foes of Spider.
Yeah,
Get back here, Shocker! I'll chase
Yeah.
you to the ends of the earth.
but I like
The
how
suit was
they-
in the game. They had the colors for it. That was the
It was
only
perfect.
missed opportunity.
I do find funny though that the voice actor for Craven is from Owl House as well.
What the hell?
I'm not even joking.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Doesn't he play like Amity's dad?
yes, he does.
Oh my god.
And then when I found out, I'm like, oh my god. So does that mean Andy's dad is the strongest Marvel character?
Well,
Out of
no.
the Six? Out of the Sinister Six.
I mean, the strongest Spider-Man villain could actually be Merlin, but
But you get what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, Shocker giving the best fight doesn't make him the strongest necessarily, but it's cool that it was him. Because
To be
Shocker is
fair,
usually the joke.
Craven was sick. You gotta give
Yeah,
Craven that.
I know. I think the reason why is because all the other villains were acting cocky, while Shocker was legitimately fighting for his fucking life.
I mean, Shocker's always been the coward in the game, and
I know, but like, it's still like funny that he was the one who put up the best fight. He was legitimately fighting for his life.
Bro was saying, "Nah, I don't want to die." But yeah, I did feel like that was one of the reasons. Another reason, I feel like, can I say about this for the story? Like, can I talk about endgame story or no?
Depends.
It's about a suit.
I guess.
Maybe
People
like
are-
type it in chat before, just so we all know. what we're
Okay,
talking
yeah. Put it in the group chat. No, I can. From
Oh, that.
Oh, okay. Are you talking about a scene where Peter looked like disappointed? Or are you talking about that?
In the suit.
I think he means
Not the
the end
skin
game, the end
itself,
game suit
but
mascot.
the
The
endgame.
story reason for it.
I mean, sure.
I feel like people overhated the suit.
I like the suit.
I don't.
Yeah, I don't like this.
I think it's fucking disgusting.
I
I
also
liked it.
don't know where he got the
I
time to
just
make it.
like you can say this is the finally a Miles Morales original. It's like, didn't you make the first suit?
Yeah,
You
exactly.
made that.
He already did that. Why is he doing it again?
Listen,
Yes.
he just
That that was
he just
Pissed off.
your original. You made that yourself.
listen. He was
He-
feeling artistic and he wanted something new.
Bro
I
Dude,
know,
wanted
but I
to
I
also love just like I just also love the fact that someone made a clip on Peter's reactions to like both suits. Like his originals is like, oh shit, that was awesome. It's like
Man
the
was
new one's like,
lying.
oh.
He was lying.
He was like, well, good. And you can hear him like about to chuckle at the end. Good.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he was hiding his screen.
Like I didn't
But
even
yeah,
notice that, but like I looked at it after. I was like, oh my god, he did not like the suit. I'm so sorry.
but people gotta realize this is just only for the game. It's not like for Miles in general too.
Oh
And I feel
yeah,
like
like it's
that's why I say it's
Yeah,
overhated. You could just change it in the, you know, in suit changer
yeah,
and
except
done.
you can't. Yeah, but it didn't let us change it during the final boss. They
oh
would
no,
not let us.
it does. You can change his suit.
During the final
can
boss,
change it
no,
in one
they wouldn't
instance,
let
but
me.
at the very last part you can't.
Oh, okay, that's what you mean.
But yeah, and I feel like it was way overhated because like it's easy to change. Like even without like not even changing the final boss, whatever. It's just the final boss, right? It's not going to
I
really
know, but it's
change.
just like I just do not like that look at all.
Like yeah,
I
give it a hoodie up, and I feel like they could just get rid of
Like okay, basically just put the hoodie up, change the color scheme.
the color scheme's
There's only go.
fine. Color
I
scheme's
don't like
fine.
the colors.
I
no.
The blue,
like the color scheme.
the blue just matches his lightning, which I think that's a good representation. Same.
I'm also a lot more lenient in terms of like the suits in general, so maybe that's just me.
That
I'm more of an
should not.
artistically color guy. That's why I feel like the suit's good.
No, that's fair. I just I don't like it.
I am of
But
the
like,
mindset that that should not be his default look. Also, the fact that it logically it doesn't make sense for him to have his hair out like that. Miles is like he's very active in his community. Everybody in Harlem knows him as Miles. And the fact that he has a very distinctive hairstyle and a distinctive voice and a distinctive build, and then you see Spider-Man with those exact same
Everyone in
features.
Harlem know that Miles is Spider-Man because of
Everyone
the ending of Morales.
no, only a few people know. Only like
Okay,
5 people really know.
yeah.
hmm,
But like everyone also the fact that since he's uh Rio's son and she's like a political figure in New York,
Mm-hmm.
people know him. Everyone knows
Yeah.
him. So it's it it, it drives me insane because people would figure out that he's Spider-Man in like 0.5 seconds.
they could
Yeah.
they could just Superman it and just make sure it doesn't
Here's
happen.
one thing I want to point out. So when you finish the Brooklyn business like side quest thing, you then get the Puerto Rican Spider-Man suit for Miles. How
Oh
did
my
they
god.
know he was Puerto Rican?
I mean, I'd
I
imagine Miles like participated a lot in his community, so that they probably just like know. Right? Like I don't think them knowing he's Puerto Rican is that big a deal because maybe he like went to an event as Spider Man.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, I'm Puerto Rican.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, no. I
Yeah.
think even in the comics he's like told multiple people and or they've just guessed. They've
Yeah,
somehow
like
sussed it out.
he's Harlem Spider Man, so I'm sure there's just some things
Yeah.
he does
No, but
as
that was
Spider Man to be part of the community, and that's why they knew he was Puerto Rican. But
Mm-hmm.
no, but the school's in Brooklyn.
I guess maybe
Yeah.
Haley was involved with like the suit.
Do you know
Yeah,
one thing
probably.
though I say about the story that I was shocked about?
Sure.
MJ got the 19 inches of venom.
uh, yeah,
It
that.
should have been me.
It should have been me, not him. It's not fair.
No,
uh,
but Scream was a surprise.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
I have
I don't know
I
how I
have a
feel
hot
about
take
that.
about MJ in this game.
yeah.
If you say it's about
What is
her,
it?
I feel like I know
I
the answer. But
I know Bill said he wanted to wait till later to talk about her, so
Yeah.
I'll wait.
Yeah,
But I do have a take for MJ.
yeah.
but yeah, I just
There
want
is
to
one
say
thing I want to say about Harry and Venom as well.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to save that, or can I just say it now?
oh wait, before you say that, I just have one last thing I want to say about the story. I liked it
Mhm.
that they didn't repeat it like the last two games where it's just a turf war with some virus. But I don't like the idea like every game is like somebody's sick or they have a virus. Like we had that for Miles, we had that for first game, second game, basically, and potentially third. I'm not gonna say anything, but till
Yeah, I definitely feel like someone's gonna be sick in the third game as well. I'm not gonna say it now because spoilers, but
yeah,
Yeah.
but I feel like that's too much of a repetition. Basically, like I don't want them to always stick to that. I want them to try to do something else with it too, like something new. Because
yes,
kind of
yes,
being a bit tiring, if that makes sense. Like, oh yeah, somebody got sick, or there's this virus out. We have to go solve it and fix it, right? I don't want that for every Spider-Man game. Want something else, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe why not like a alien invasion or robotic war or something else like super high tech villains, but like don't have like a turf war, don't have a virus. The reason why I like Prey Event so much, I felt like the open world was like a hunting ground instead of like a turf war. That's what I loved about it. But I did feel like overall was not as big as inside content in the last game. Because I feel like it took me longer in the last game to finish all side content. But yeah, that's all I gotta say.
All right.
Alright. Now, can I say the thing about Venom now, or are we saving that?
We can probably save it.
All right, I'll save it.
Are you? I know it's been a while. I apologize. Did you have something to say about story slash characters?
There, all right. I want to complain about one character that literally nobody cared about other than me, which is Danica Hart.
Oh yeah.
I am so disappointed at what they did to her.
yeah, I
I
agree.
I hate her in this game. She's so
Really?
annoying. Yeah, because
JJ is also worse in this game.
Hey,
yeah,
Yeah.
calm your voice, JJ.
I think there's a little less like oomph in like JJ. There's some funny moments for like JJ, but like it I guess it's hard to like top like how great he was in the first game. So like I can't be too mad about that specifically.
Jonah's like always great. Like I don't know. I I feel like you know what you're gonna get with him, and as grating as it gets sometimes, it's just like, all right, yeah, that's just what it is. But like, I don't know. I in Miles Morales, when they were like establishing her as a character,
Mm-hmm.
she every I guess like episode of her podcast was kind of interesting and unique and gave a lot more insight, and it was fun to have like people on her like debating with Jonah, having people like Genki on. It was awesome. But now
I
in
had her
this
turned
game,
off.
exactly. Now in this game, especially after Peter gets the symbiote suit, every single episode of her podcast was, "Am I the only one that thinks like the new Black Spider-Man's kind of like scary? Like that black
Okay,
suit?
yeah,
That's like really scary.
yeah, I do
Am I the only
agree.
one?" It
Like as soon as Peter Doug and symbiote, that was kind of like the same like running like start of her conversation with her talking about that and like how she talked about it. So like I see where you're coming from then.
and it was either complaining about how Symbiote Peter was scary and unnerving, or just recapping like what happened within the last hour. And it's like, yeah, I was playing the game. I know what happened. It was, I don't know. I I really liked her before, and now I'm just like I can't stand her, and I'm
I
rooting
never
for
liked
Winnie.
her in Miles or in dude. Like I just turn her off and just have Jonah on. Like
That's fair.
for me,
I didn't even
Jonah,
know. I didn't even hold on. Sorry. I didn't even know you could turn them off.
you can in
Yeah.
Yeah.
both games.
Yeah,
Really?
I never did, but you can.
Also, I also like to reiterate. I am also someone who has never played Miles. Like I apologize for that, but I have seen like most of I've seen like the main core of like the story for Miles. That like it was fine. I'll eventually
Just
get to
made
Miles.
my head.
I'm sorry. I'll get to it eventually.
It's a
When it
good
probably
game.
goes on sale in the holidays, I'll probably get it. Anyway, uh, all right. There anything left? Did everybody exhaust their thoughts on the story and characters?
Uh, I have a bunch of stuff written down. Uh,
I mean, characters I got more to say, but story I'm done.
Well, if anybody had like something about like characters, y'all who wants to go first? I guess on that. Because
Mm,
obviously we touched on Miles
No,
and a little bit of
you
Peter.
go first, Bill.
Okay. I mean, I was gonna save her for gameplay, but I guess if we're gonna do characters, we touched on Peter and like Miles, and like they had their issues, and like Miles obviously like a little to the side, but like he still has great moments. So like we don't have to get too much in them. For me, in terms of MJ, like in the first game for MJ, I despised her as a character in the first game. Like she was annoying. Half the shit she was doing was dumb. Her gameplay sections were fucking awful. And in this game, like she's a lot more bearable at the very least. Like not to say she's a perfect character. Like she's never been, at least from what I've seen her in any of the media that I've seen her in. But she felt at least a little bit more improved in terms of like her character, and especially that like we'll touch on a little bit on the gameplay, but like her gameplay is a lot more bearable this time around. Like it's still somewhat annoying to do, but the first one was just every time you get to an MJ second, it's like, oh my god, here we go. I have to deal with this shit. But when I did the MJ section this time around, I was like, huh, I was pleasantly surprised that I did not want to kill myself in Minecraft when playing those sections
hmm.
this time around. And each time, like, they added something different to where it was like, okay, like, it was a small little thing, but it improved. And even in the last point, in the last, her last gameplay section, she actually could fucking defend herself, surprisingly. That being,
Turns into a third person
that
shooter.
being said, oh my! Did anybody else feel like she was a little bit overpowered when it came to this game?
Oh,
oh, that
funny
was
you
the
should say
point.
that.
That was the point. That's
Yeah, I
great.
know. Like I know she was like trained by Sable and whatnot, but like, damn, like she.
Yeah.
Good for her. You go, Queen.
Fine.
Slay,
Yeah,
okay?
no, I
I mean, like
Bill,
they're just like random goons. All right, they really
Bill.
wouldn't do so. Like
Uh, so the
MJ
creative
has gone through
director,
worse.
actually commented on your question a couple hours ago, yesterday. He
Oh yeah,
said,
I think I saw something about that.
he said, MJ, like people say she's OP. He said, I don't give a shit.
You know what? I can respect
Based.
that.
yeah.
I can respect that. Because we need
I
something
can
for
respect
MJ.
it
Because
too.
after her being in the first game, you know what? I am happy that you said y'all hate her in the first game. Bet I'm gonna make y'all like her this time around for that reason, and then
And
another
just
reason why we'll
chat
talk about
about
later.
overpowered or not.
How can How can MJ take down these goons easy? It's like I don't give a shit.
I don't either. Like
Fun.
I'm having actually kind of
You're
having
having
fun
fun, right?
playing
Who
her
gives a
fucking
shit?
section where and before I wanted to just actually kill
Look,
myself playing this first time.
I always point to the Stan Lee quote. It says, "All right, so you want to know who wins in a fight? The writer chooses who wins in a fight. This doesn't give a shit. If he wants that character to win, they will win."
Mhm.
All I'm
It
saying
does
is put this MJ in Resident Evil game and I'll play it.
People
Oh
are
yeah, no,
comparing her to Last of Us now. Sadly,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
no, it was kind of like
very
Last of Us.
Us.
Like
I
here's the
don't-
thing,
Yeah,
my
it
problem with
does.
MJ in the first game is just that they just turned her into a diet Lois Lane.
That's my take. Is I love her gameplay. Like in this game, like I loved her gameplay. And I like her character.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like the way she's written in these games,
Mhm.
all three games,
Yeah.
exist to solve a problem that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
I feel like they're trying to make her this like diet Lois Lane when that's not who Mary Jane is supposed to be, and I kind of miss how she used to be interpreted, where she's like the actress model MJ, who's strong and independent without Spider-Man,
Mm-hmm.
and she was sassy and she put Peter in her place when she needed to. In this game, she feels like Lois Lane, and that's fine. I like it. I like how she's written in this game, but like I just feel like MJ being a damsel was never a problem. So why are you trying to fix it? Like, and in these games, it wasn't a problem. So like, why are you trying to fix it? Like,
You
it's
know,
fine.
off topic, I just realized something. If the MCU wanted to just do a comic accurate MJ, Zendaya just has to act like herself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's legit. That's literally the best way they could do it. She could play comic accurate MJ to a T. They just choose not to.
Also, another
All
thing
I'm gonna
about
say-
MJ. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Spectacular Spider-Man MJ was the best version of MJ.
She's perfect in that
That-
show.
That is legit the best adaptation she has gotten.
They cooked with that show for MJ.
That show cooked.
And it would have been the best slow burn romances ever if they got to it. If
Yeah.
it wasn't canceled.
Give me sassy girl boss MJ back. I don't want Lois Lane.
But I
But
don't.
I do like her. Like I'm not me complaining doesn't mean I didn't like her in this game because I do.
You know,
I really like
do.
her relationship with Peter. I like that they have each other's back no matter what. I wish they had a conversation after the whole Scream situation
Yeah.
because I think everything
Yeah.
she said was valid and she's right and I agree with her.
And they should
Yeah.
have had a heart moment.
Yeah, I think they should just like have like an actual conversation after that.
Yeah, I also think Peter should have had a conversation with Miles because the shit he was saying in the boss fight was because like the symbiote doesn't turn Peter into an asshole. It doesn't turn MJ into an asshole. It just reinforces feelings that already exist and then exaggerates them, right?
It's like a truth serum, kind of.
Yeah, so like deep down, Peter feels that way about Miles, and I think they should talk about it like adults and have a proper conversation. I feel like MJ and Peter should have had a proper conversation after that boss fight because clearly there's a problem, and they do fix it, I guess, off screen, but
Yeah, kind of.
because they're happy, and I'm happy they're happy.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like instead of her needing to get taken over by the symbiote to talk about this, they should have just talked about it like adults.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, who wants the gun? Well, actually, one thing, like obviously, like the big like controversy was like, and then sorry, I have a cat biting me right now. I gotta take care of him, give him a treat. God damn it. I know the big controversy was like her face. Did anybody mind it like after playing the game?
Well, I liked it.
It was
fine.
fine.
Yeah,
It never
It
bothered
looks
me.
fine.
Yeah,
It's the same
Yeah, no, it never
model.
bothered me
People
at
who
all.
complain are just idiots.
I think it was just the fact that it was changed, and like the initial reaction was like, "Oh, they changed it." Like, "Oh, it looked weird because we're used to how she
I mean,
looked."
they
But,
didn't even
like,
change the face
after-
model. They just
after-
like tweaked the design in the game.
yeah, it's like
Yeah, she
after
has
a while,
different
it's like,
haircut. That's all it is.
yeah, like after a while, it's like, okay, like she looks fine, like he looks cute, like cool,
Like,
like I
model.
don't mind it.
Yeah, I mean, like my initial reaction was like, "Oh, they changed her face a bit." Okay.
It's the same model. They just updated the face and just changed the hair. That's it. Literally.
Yeah,
It's not like oh,
she got a haircut. Like that's not a big deal.
people are thinking it's exactly like the Spider-Man remaster situation when it isn't. It's the same thing, just update hair, more facial expressions, and that's it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I I do think MJ's really fun in this game, and I liked her missions in the last game. So I'm one of the people that actually enjoyed the MJ missions.
I
Yeah.
actually enjoyed them in this game,
Yeah, I enjoy them
especially
both.
especially in the like Peter asleep symbiote thing. I love that sequence.
It's so good. It's so good.
It was so yeah.
Yeah, they did kind of remove some things that she had usefulness for in the first game as gadgets, but they also made her really OP in this game, which again, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Based on how Peter's spider sense works in this game, I totally think MJ could beat him in a fight.
Yeah. All right. Who wants to go next on characters? I gotta actually step away to give the cat a treat, but whoever wants to go
Mm,
next, go ahead.
Oh, can I
I
talk about the
have.
whole Venom Harry thing? Oh, sorry. Wait, were you about to say something?
I'm
Oh,
fine going
I was
or
also
anyone
going to
else.
say something about Venom, but it was very short.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Oh, okay, no, then you go first.
I'm
Me?
sad that he's not funny.
Yeah.
Where's the hoo ha?
Yeah.
I wanted to say
There's the
hoo-ha.
hoo ha.
And he said we like he said the we are Venom line like once, and then like that's like the only like kind of funny thing that he said other than that they say other than that, then yeah.
I
That being said, Macwood voice, absolutely a Macwood Venom voice.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely,
for
yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
no, I generally hope Tony Todd just becomes his definitive Venom voice
Yeah,
if
and
he
Tom
wants to.
Hardy appreciated too.
Which,
Oh yeah,
by the
no, he said
way,
legend.
just voice acting just in general in this game is just absolutely fantastic. Like,
Yeah, no, I hope Yuri Lowenthal gets
yeah,
nominated for
like
best voice.
me and Aru have had this conversation before.
Waiter, more
Yu-
Yuri, please.
Yuri, at this point, like Yuri has been in like so many like things and like it can be known for like anything. This is the role. Like this at this point, this is the role he's known for now. At this point, like
You
this
know,
is
Yeah.
like
I genuinely hope he gets nominated
like
this
there
year
are
because he
voice actors
deserves
that
it.
have like roles to them. Like Spider Man is Yuri now. Like absolutely. Like they're like the final boss especially like some of just the voice lines that he does during like that and then like other fights in general is just you can hear he put fucking effort into a lot of the voice lines that he did.
There was one in particular where it was, I forget, it was like on the way to the the meteor,
Mm-hmm.
uh
Mhm.
where like Peter's being lured into a trap, where he's calling for Harry and Venom, and I don't know, I something about like the way that he screams Venom, I'm like, oh my god, this is, man, this is insane.
Yeah. Also, I
Yeah.
forgot who voices Miles. I forget every time, but he also
I'm
did a
not
fantastic.
either.
Yeah, he also did a fantastic job as Miles, which he did so in the previous two times that he's voiced him. But obviously, yeah, he's done a pretty good job. I don't know who voiced Harry, but I thought Harry's voice was good. Everybody around in general was just a really good
Actually,
voice.
no, no. You want to know what's funny? I don't know his name, but like Yuri Lowenthal is also known for voicing Ben 10.
I was about
Do
to
you know
say
who's Harry?
Harry's motion capture actor played Ben 10 in the live action movie.
What the hell?
Yes, like the Race Against Time. That was him.
It's
yeah.
all
So
connected, man. We're gonna get Ben 10 Insomniac game.
the voice actor
Oh my
for
god.
Harry and the voice actor for Peter are both Ben 10, basically.
That's actually funny.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Uh, anyway, um, can I talk about
Venom.
Venom. Venom.
Harry?
Oh,
Yeah,
Harry
yeah.
Venom.
Can I talk? Yeah.
Sure, sure.
Okay. It's a nitpick, but I just have to say it. I kind of don't like how Venom and Harry do not have a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah, it's just Venom just takes over, and that's it.
Yeah, it just Venom just takes over for like Harry.
Yeah,
And he's like he has no control of the situation whatsoever. Like
especially
Harry was
after
mad
like
at
yeah, like especially like after he left, like the symbiote left the meeting with Peter, but like all of a sudden now the symbiote wants to go to Harry. It's like
Like I get why Harry's upset in this game. Obviously, like, he's dying, and Peter's being a dick. It's like
yeah,
I
but to
get
be fair,
it.
he wasn't. I think he was like at that point to where he would become evil. He was just like a little bit mad.
But
Like
it doesn't
understandably
feel
so.
like when Eddie gets the symbiote, he hates Spider-Man, and then Venom hates Spider-Man. So like they have a mutual understanding, and that's why they were able to like work well together.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, like no, Eddie's life was ruined by both Peter and Spider-Man.
Yeah, but I get Harry being upset in this game, but it feels too fast. It feels like
Yeah,
but it's
absolutely.
like we were talking about earlier. It's just like Harry gets the symbiote in the end, and he becomes Venom, and then we're at the end of the game. We're doing the
Yeah,
null meteorite shit right away, and that's it.
yeah,
And
and also
they needed more time with Harry Venom to like get to know them, I think.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Also, considering what they're teasing, we're not done with the whole Donny Cates Knoll stuff just yet.
Yeah, we're definitely getting a Venom game.
Oh no, yeah, they legit said they're waiting for the fan reaction about that, and considering the fan reaction, it's a matter of when at this point.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
definitely think we're getting a Venom game. I definitely think
yeah.
we're getting
No, we're absolutely getting the Venom game because like a
DLC.
minor spoiler, you get to play Venom at like one time in this game, and
And it was sick, and and when the replay feature comes out, I'm playing through that section
yeah,
multiple times.
there's no way they're gonna have that be a one time thing and just not use it ever again. They absolutely use that as a basis for them to make a Venom spinoff.
People can say, "Oh, then the Venom spinoff will be Eddie," but what if it's Flash?
I wouldn't mind Flash. I love Eddie, but I don't. I always kind of like, especially the earlier versions of the Flash Agent Venom stuff. I do like it. I wouldn't mind an Agent Venom game.
Yeah, like I mean, they could do a lot with Agent Venom, even though with the guns and everything, and they could just make like the whole big hulking Venom thing. It's like a raised mode feature.
Yeah, exactly. I do think it would be Eddie though.
Yeah,
It- like at the beginning of the game, like when MJ is doing her her story for JJ, like she says someone else got the front page, right? We never find out who that is. I like the headcanon that was Eddie,
that was it. Oh, that's it. Yeah,
and
no,
we'll see more of Eddie Brock, and maybe the DLC. We'll get into what I think the DLC will be about in just a bit because it is
yeah.
a spoiler for a side quest.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
But
same here. I have an idea on what it's gonna be.
so maybe he could be introduced in the DLC. Maybe he'll be introduced in a Miles Morales 2 if we get that, or just in Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
Miles Morales 2 or Marvel Spider-Man or Marvel spoil. Well, yeah, we'll get to it when we get to it. But I think that's like my main nitpick with like there's not really a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah, we needed a couple hours of the game. That was just Harry with the symbiote. Kind
Yeah,
of being
we
corrupted.
needed this story needed more time. It
Yeah.
definitely did need to be longer.
Yeah. Does anybody have any other opinions about characters they want to get off before we talk about gameplay?
The side quest characters are all great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Henry and Pidgey, I cried.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my
That
god.
that and
Yeah.
the grandpa side
Yeah,
mission
the
as well.
the grandpa.
Oh,
That
yeah.
those two are the one that got me.
Yeah. I did the grandpa one as Miles because like it felt better to do that one with Miles. I did
Yeah.
Henry and Pidgey as Peter because he's from the first game.
I didn't even know you could
Yeah.
do that one as Miles because I did the grandpa one as Peter accidentally.
I did the Grandpa one as Miles, and I did the Howard one with Peter.
Yeah, the side quests in this game are just nice. I feel like the side quests are where Miles shines in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, specifically.
Yeah.
Okay, so going a little off topic in terms of side quest. There's one specific side quest that like there was one particular and some other particular assholes that got mad about it.
Yeah.
The Haley side quest.
Dude,
I thought it was just a cute little side quest that
That's
was a
cute. I
thing,
loved it.
and I
Me
love the
too.
fact that it got into the mind of a deaf person. Like there was no sound whatsoever, and like you're controlling her the entire time. And I thought it was just a cute little fun thing. Like it doesn't hurt if you don't want to do it. Cool, like that's on you. You're weird, but like if you don't want to do it, that's fine. Like it's completely optional. Like you
I
don't
can't
have.
believe Spider-Man is
Yeah.
woke.
Yeah, no. I remember seeing this tweet. It says, "Oh, hey, look at this new game where it plays Miles Morales and like like a deaf girl, and then you only play as Peter. Sometimes it's like, bitch, this is a side quest. What
You
the
play
fuck are you
like Peter
talking
like
about?"
60% of 65% of the game.
I really
And
liked
like
the side quest. It was really cute.
the thing is, I don't know why people were so mad about it because it's not even long. It's genuinely like 5 minutes
Yeah.
of
Yeah, like
a
Or
10 at
20-hour
most.
game.
or you could be like me who could not figure out how to get the fucking get the lift half the time and spent like 15 minutes on it. But
You gotta press the button.
that neither here. Like the second lift, like I didn't realize you had to lower it down and get on the lift and then throw the rock at the button on the other side. And I
Yeah.
spent like 5 minutes trying to figure out what to do. And I was like, oh, I'm just a dumbass.
Classic Bills moment.
Yeah,
Yep. Can I talk about Venom real quick as well?
sure.
Sure.
I really liked them, and I think it's one of the reasons why everybody else liked them. Can I say it or?
Uh,
If it's
Type.
not spoiler, I don't see why
Yeah, but
not.
yeah, if not spoiler, then sure.
Like we get to play as him was.
Oh yeah, I
like,
already
fun.
said that. Yeah, I already said it.
I
If it is
love-
spoiler, I already said it, so it doesn't matter.
Alright, so I loved how he you get to play as him, and they kind of made like you can eat people's heads, chop them, break their backs and necks,
Oh yeah,
etc.
someone pointed this out. They took one of the finishers straight from Ultimate Spider-Man the game, and that is dope.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like the
And
whole breaking the back thing. That was an Ultimate Spider-Man.
the devs did say, right, if the Venom like playable section is really positive,
Which it is.
they really are fine making a Venom spin-off game.
Look at the reception. We're getting it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
It
definitely
was
getting it.
dope.
I'm
It was
happy
a really
about that.
What is coming? We're getting Wolverine first before the new Spider-Man spin-off game. But like,
I do want to say though, yeah, it's kind of going back a little bit to the general thoughts because I did forget to say it. I do feel after like the 1, 2, at most maybe 3 spinoffs, depending on how many they're gonna give us, whatever it is after those, and then Spider-Man 3, I do feel like they need to stop making.
They're going to do 2 spin-offs. One
Yeah.
Miles
I
Morales
agree.
2
Yeah,
and one Venom.
yeah, but after like the 2 spinoff and like the third game, I do feel like either they
They
need to
should
take a
be done.
break or just stop entirely. Cause like while these are a great game, I don't want them to just be known as the developers that just make the funny Spider-Man game.
You don't want them to become
Yeah.
Rocksteady or W
Yeah.
Montreal.
Yeah,
Because W
Yeah.
Montreal is only known as the Arkham Origins devs.
then Gotham Knights.
Yep, and Rocksteady is
Which
just known
is
as the Arkham
also,
trilogy.
if Buddy did not play that game without me, he would have just fucking.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get a spin-off. We're gonna get a Spider-Man 3, obviously, because the story leads into that.
mm-hmm.
But I don't want more than a trilogy. I'm good.
Yeah,
Give me a
I'm
trilogy.
seeing them.
I think Spider-Man 3 should be the end of this version's Peter Parker story. If we do ever see him again, it'll probably be like a cameo appearance in another superhero game, they want to do it.
Yeah, if they want to make him cameo in the Wolverine game or like comic books, like that's cool. But after Spider-Man 3, um,
Like, here's
I
what I
don't need a
want as
fourth. You know.
you know what I want as the ending for Peter Story in Spider-Man 3. I do not want him to die. Like, legit, have him be married to MJ by the end of the game
Oh
and
God,
retire
please! I
fully.
want that. I need him. I need him to
I
be
want
happy.
that. That will legit be the perfect ending for him. Just like have him fully be happy, get married, have Mayday, and then have Miles and you know who as the main protectors of New York.
Oh, we'll
And
definitely
Peter
get.
just
We'll get to that.
I just think I want to comment on what Stalling said. I think Peter will become the guy in the chair, but sometimes be able to be Spider-Man at times to help, but mostly the
yeah,
guy in the chair.
but only like if he ever comes back as Spider-Man, it'll be like when oh shit just got fucking
Yeah,
real.
like he absolutely needs to be called upon. Yeah.
Like, which is why I think there is something that they could do for DLC where he could legit just come back for a bit.
Yeah.
And we'll get to that when we get to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I do think the ending of the second post credit scene for Spider-Man 2 did hinted in Miles' game, but the Venom one, I think that was just like a maybe, but now it seems like it is. So I think there is going to be two post credit game like spin-off games basically.
And then there's Wolverine. And
Yeah.
depending on how good that does, we're gonna get Wolverine 2.
I'm more expecting them to do Wolverine 2 and then maybe two other spin-offs, like one about X-Men and then one about X-23 is what I'm guessing for the meme.
Oh, please give me an X-23 game, please.
What if she's just like in the first game like already?
As someone who only became a fan of her because of Marvel's Capcom 3, please, I will literally cry.
Yeah. Also, I just like noticed like a few years ago that her alternate skin is the one from X-Men Evolution, her first appearance.
Yeah,
so that's
yeah,
actually
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
All right. Anybody? Any last thoughts about? Oh, I lost my I now realized I lost my something on my phone. Anyways,
I just want to say,
I have one more thing to say about Venom.
Okay.
So I'm not the only one who thinks he's hot, right?
Wait, what was the question?
I'm not the only one who thinks he's hot, right?
I mean, as someone who is of the straight variety, I'm not gonna say yes, but
listen, I want to know.
But
I would let him do unspeakable things to me.
Oh, but
I'm very vocal about that.
I get it. I do understand that at the very least. 19 inches of Venom is definitely tempting.
That was my shit post.
Alright, if nobody else has anything else to say,
also, yeah, just a nitpick. One more thing.
Mm-hmm.
It still kind of sucks that Insomniac didn't at least put Donny Cates in the credits of the game.
Yeah, it's kind of shitty, but also like unfortunately, Marvel owns that. Not
yeah.
I know the reason why they can't pay him specifically because contracts, but they could have at least put him in their credits. They were in control of that.
I mean, yeah, but technically, Marvel owns his ideas, so they didn't have to.
They didn't have to, but
I totally think they should have, but the industry kind of sucks for comic book creators, unfortunately.
No.
Yeah.
Venom Let There Be Carnage put him in the credits, and they barely adapted anything from his work in that movie.
Can I just quickly comment on something about that? Do you know Tom Tyler, right? The guy that's currently writing Nightwing?
Tom Taylor, yeah.
Yeah, Tom Taylor.
His suit. He didn't know that his suit that he made was in the game at all.
Till a fan pointed it out.
That's crazy.
And he confirms he did not get paid. He did not get credit. Nothing like that.
Called him. It was just in there. No one said anything.
Yeah, till a fan told him, which is fucked up.
It is fucked up. They should have been credited. At the very least, been credited, right? If not paid.
Guardians of the Galaxy game credit.
I don't want to come off as me saying they don't deserve it, because they do. They would 100% deserve the credit and the money. But unfortunately, the industry sucks for comic book creators, and like
Yeah.
Marvel owns that idea, so they don't,
It.
you know.
I don't care if the the guy that created like writing Nightwing right now isn't doing great as Nightwing writer. He still deserves to get paid for his Spider-Man stuff, or anyone else
Hopefully they
that
make like a new contract.
But
Which
yeah,
at
they're
it
least
planning
should
on
be
it's
an
more.
easy thing to like add in, right? So maybe if people make enough of a
Yeah, maybe they could at least just like put hits their names in the credits and like an
their
update.
their guild is like their guild's contract is ending soon, so probably they could strike about it. Hopefully,
Yeah.
I want them to strike, but
look, the Actors Guild is getting their deal, and maybe it's time for comic book writers to strike and get their shit to make that bag, get your credit, get what you
yeah,
deserve.
So
their
true.
contract's
And
ending
like,
next year, so I could expect them to do like a strike because some writers have been hinting it.
uh,
But one thing, MJ is the best in this game. I love her,
That is
and
thoroughly a take, but I'm not gonna
Black
necessarily
Cat's right
disagree.
there.
Exactly.
I mean, let
yeah,
me
but
When
finish that
like
real
to be
quick.
fair,
she
well,
yeah, she only appears for like 15, 20 minutes, and that
also can we
sucks.
just say that though? Okay, can I just say this? And this has just been bugging me on Twitter. People saying, "Oh, Peter should just be with Black Cat instead, all right, because he's better." It's like, no,
No.
no. There's like multiple reasons as to why they are not good for each other.
Yeah, they're not good for each other at all. But man, I would let her take my happiness away from me.
True, actually.
Like,
Also,
listen, like even in comics, they're better friends.
Hmm.
also, did any it's like a small little thing about her. Did anybody believe what she said when she meant like she needed to go to Paris, or is it just the typical
At
Black Cat?
first, I didn't. At first, I didn't believe it, but then when she got into the portal and generally looked happy, I was like, okay, yes, so she wasn't lying, I guess.
Yeah, I definitely like. I didn't believe her, and then she didn't come back in the game, so I believe her.
Yeah, so like she generally didn't come back. No plot twists, and also she generally looked glad that Miles helped her. Like, okay, so she wasn't lying about that.
Hmm.
Also, a lot of people were mad, saying, "Oh, they made Black Cat gay because whoa, bitch, she's been
Yeah,
bisexual for
yeah,
decades."
yeah. She literally was confirmed by in the comments for a while now.
To all those people complaining about it being woke, she don't want you anyway, bro. Get over it.
True. Let these
Exactly.
bitches know. Yeah,
Those people are stupid that they
Yeah,
want
those
someone
people are
to have
stupid.
that person.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's not that
It's not
serious.
like whoever
Also,
they like doesn't change their character, realistically speaking. They're still the same
Also,
person. Thing.
I've been reading a lot of the character that we're gonna mention later,
hmm
and right now I'm currently shipping them with Black Cat. I see the vision.
oh,
But
It's a popular ship, but I legit see the vision.
I do want to say though, uh, Scream, crazy boss fight.
which I guess that's a
Yeah,
great
one of my
segue.
favorites in the
That
game.
I guess that's a great segue into gameplay. Then,
Yeah,
All right.
gameplay's peak.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's Spider Man, but there's improvement. It's Marvel Spider Man.
I do have to say though, I hope for Spider-Man 3 they give us combos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And they give Miles the sword.
Oh
Yeah,
yes,
They
absolutely.
do have combos, but for like trick, for web swing.
yeah.
But no,
There's like some combos you could do with like the in the air you could square and shit. Like I feel like the basic combo just being punch 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 punch. Like it's kind of
Yeah,
like give me like maybe square square triangle does something different than square 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 square.
yeah.
I'm not saying give me Devil May Cry combos, but give me Devil May Cry combos.
mm,
Also,
Ghost Rider had a Devil May Cry clone.
and how that turned out,
Not that bad actually.
surprising.
Yeah, no, it was pretty fun. Underrated.
Also,
So
how
did
did
Nightmare Before Christmas. That was weird.
how did everybody feel about the web wing that at the traversal? I thought it was fine, I guess.
No, I
It's
love
fine.
them.
Wait, the what?
The
Sorry.
web wings.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
them. I'm planning to go back to the first two games
Mhm.
sometime this week.
Mhm.
Um, and I already know like not having the web wings is gonna be
Yeah,
such a downer.
yeah, it is true because there are some points where it's like, oh, I can bust out the web wing to keep myself focused for a little bit longer, but and especially the web wing with that, like there were certain points like the spider bots, which we will definitely get in talking about the significance of that and whatever. Um, there were like certain spider bots that were like in the air where I'm pretty sure there might have been like a certain solution to get some of them, but 9 times out of 10, I would just find a tall building, jump off it, and then just use the web wing to get over there.
I
So,
definitely didn't cheese it by using the web wings.
oh,
Definitely not.
I absolutely did. I am not, especially with someone who was streaming it and also recording it. I was not trying to waste any more time than I needed to.
Mhm.
And I when they were announced, I was like, okay, that's cool. But now, like, no, I need them in every Spider-Man game
Yeah,
ever now.
yeah. Like
Yeah.
I don't mind if they're in there now.
Who
Like
doesn't need them?
they're definitely an improvement in their traversal.
Just the movement in this game in general is just so much better than the first game.
Hmm.
It's been a while since I played the first game, so like I would probably need to go back and like for
I
comparison's sake.
recently did like a whole binge of Spider-Man games. And yeah,
Now,
no, this is like the best traversal out of
question:
all of them,
Who
bar
did the
none.
loop de loop in the game?
Oh, what do you mean?
Oh, I did. Oh no, like when you dive and then you just go around.
Oh, I think I did.
Yeah.
I think I did it like once or twice accidentally.
Oh, yeah,
Now,
I do it a lot to pick up speed.
I'm
That's
still
Yeah.
just like
trying to do
how
the
I move.
Rubik's cube. I can't do the
Hold on,
Rubik's
guys.
cube.
I'm coming. All right. See the island.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah. The Rubik's cube trick was annoying to do. Like
The what?
the Rubik's cube trick. Like
Oh, I didn't try it.
I want to try because I saw like Wisp, right? You guys know Wisp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
That should have been a
put,
trophy. That would have been really funny.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, it's like
I
I have to say, like,
The plot is easy.
very easy
Yeah,
platinum.
it
Very
is
easy
very
game. You know, like it's not hard.
yeah.
yeah. But
And
like
I did the game on Spectacular, and I'm doing Ultimate right now. It's not a hard game. I think having
don't say that they're gonna make it harder for the next game.
yeah,
Why?
good. Please make it
I
harder.
hope they do.
Are you sure about that? Because Sonic Team did that and it made it damn
Dark
near
Souls. I
impossible.
want Dark Souls.
Oh, the
Well,
easy
that's
one.
because Sonic isn't a good game.
True. I'm shoving you in a closet.
You know,
Yeah,
they
the
should
difference
make
between Frontiers and this game is good. So like,
True.
Exactly.
True.
they should
true.
make Frontiers and Superstars harder in the next games.
yeah, they should update Superstars to make the final story harder.
No, we absolutely should not.
Yeah,
That Superstar's final boss is already annoying as it is. That I don't need
I
it.
Hey
think
guys,
not
you're
only
hearing
should
this?
because there's no checkpoint. I haven't played Superstar.
And
I think
there's no checkpoints in those.
there's no checkpoints. I think they
on
should
the three
also.
final bosses.
I think they should also decrease your rings every second.
No, I mean they do that in the final boss technically. So
Yeah, but they should
Sega,
for
if
regulars.
you're
Not
watching this,
I mean, and
you're
then
watching
and
this
then
game,
also if you dash in the supersonic fight, you lose 5 rings, which is the stupidest shit. But whatever. This is not
hold on,
Sonic.
hold on, I got an important message. Sega, if you're watching this, make your games harder for Sonic because those two are really easy on the highest difficulties. So
See,
please do.
see, I don't I didn't mind update 3. I know we're going off topic. I apologize. I know update 3 was like vastly difficult, but like I appreciate them making it more difficult. They went a little overboard. They definitely
Yeah.
went a little overboard with it, but they kind of had the right mindset, just a little too much.
Yeah.
But
Okay, back to web swinging.
in gameplay stuff, yeah.
Yeah, I did like the symbiote power ups, but I feel like the gadget system was a big downgrade in quantity.
Yeah, I
'Cause, like,
agree.
I missed the shock webs, all that type of stuff from the first game. I actually missed them a lot. And
Yeah.
there's one item, there's one gadget item for Miles, but they never tell you in the game.
Or is it the last one you get?
Uh,
The
do you know the
is
uncle?
it the ricochet one?
Do you know like his uncle, right?
Yeah, yeah, Aaron.
Oh, the stealth punch. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
His
That.
stealth punch was
Never
good.
used it.
They tell you
Yeah,
about it.
Never.
yeah. No. Here's the thing.
I use it all the
I
time.
I literally could, because I did the Aaron stuff. Literally, that was like the second to last side thing I did, and then I saw that I got that, and I was like, oh, here's something I will never use because I completely ignored these side missions. How was I supposed to know that I get this as a reward, and that I should have gotten it, and I should have done these early on? I was not aware of
Yeah,
this.
Yeah.
and you can even
To be fair,
upgrade it
I finished
too.
the Prowler thing after I beat the main game. It's like, wait, I could have gotten that.
Yeah, you could have gotten that purple lightning.
Yeah.
See, that was one big complaint I had about gameplay. Like, you could have made it more clear. You could have let us upgrade it too.
Or at least have like a slot for it saying like, hey, complete the power status and unlock this and yada yada yada. Then it being like, oh,
Did it
okay.
not?
I don't think it did. It might
No,
have.
it just
Pretty sure.
it tells you when you beat it or you unlock the prowler punch.
It tells you once you got all of the stuff and you have to go to their house. It tells you. Other than that, it doesn't
Well,
tell
I
you.
meant,
Yeah, I don't think it shows up in like the upgrade or abilities section or whatever.
It doesn't.
well, not that, but I could have sworn that it was like, hey, if you complete all of these, you get something.
Maybe.
They tell
Like,
you that at the
I
end.
remember it incentivizing you.
It tells you at the end. It doesn't tell you in the beginning.
Well,
Could have sworn that it
if
does.
it did tell you, it should have done a better job telling you.
Yeah, no, they just put like in the corner, just saying it like at the end of the game, like end of the quest. They didn't tell you like in the beginning when you unlock it, the quest, which is stupid. And another thing is, why couldn't they let you upgrade your invisibility for Miles in this game? Like, they could have let you upgrade his invisibility
I'm gonna
for
be
stealth,
honest.
but they didn't.
I used the invisibility like one time when they like I was taught and like randomly there's I think there's a certain mission in Miles when it tells you when to do it, but it told me it during like a side like one of the side missions. I think it was like the fireworks side mission. Um, and I used it one time and I completely forgot that it existed.
I
Just
used
like
it
half the time,
randomly.
I forgot like the symbiote surge was a thing, and then like the one from Miles as well. Half the time I kept forgetting, and I'm like, oh yeah, for like towards the end, like oh yeah, I have these things that I can do.
I always
I
remember the symbiote surge. It's like really fun to use.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
always remember.
it's like when I used it, I was like, oh, I kind of wish I would have remembered that I had this because it's good. But the invincibility thing is like, yeah, I used it like one time and I completely forgot about it because like I went half in terms of like the stealth missions. I went like half and half. Like there was parts where I was like, okay, I want to go stealth just to prove I can do it. But then after a while, I was like, okay, I know I can do this, but I don't care. I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go. Just go swinging.
One thing though, they should have told you like either way for the invisibility team because you said they did. They told you for the fireworks, right?
Hmm.
I was playing as Peter for the fireworks, but they never told you about anything for invisibility after that for Miles
Yeah, I
or
did it. I
during.
did it as mild, and it told me the invincibility thing when I did the fireworks thing
When
as
I did
mild.
Peter, it told me nothing, and when I switched to Miles,
Maybe
after that mission, nothing.
it was like the first time that was like cause that's considered like a stealth mission ish kind of, and I guess that was like the first time I did one as Miles. So I'm assuming that's the reason why I got
Even when I
that
did
prompt.
stealth mission with Miles, it still didn't tell me, which is weird.
Hmm.
Because like
Yeah,
I
that's
feel
weird.
like there were some things that they could navigate better, like that, like making it useful. Because they tried to make it a big deal, Miles Morales, but they didn't make it as a big deal for this game, which bums me out.
Well, I
But
Like
think
like,
the
that's because they expect you to know how to use each character now. They're like, you've played both games before, or they
Wait.
assume that you have. So it's like, why try to reteach you? Like, it's nice to have subtle reminders, but I don't think they should have like full on tutorials for things that
yeah, but
presumably
like
you've already done.
they made his invisibility like last like 3 to 5 seconds instead of like the same amount they had for Miles game. The Miles game was longer, and they didn't
Was
have
it?
like the ability to upgrade it, so
the
it
stealth in
wasn't.
general just feels like an afterthought. Like that's probably why. It's because they don't expect you to stealth much. Like I never used
I
invisibility except for the mission where they told me I had it, and that was it.
really?
Yeah, I never bothered. It was like I feel like the stealth in this game, like it's like I like the web line, for example,
Yeah,
but like
I like the way one.
I didn't use it much because
Really?
I feel like the game gives you so many more options just for combat that I never felt like stealth was the optimal strat. Like just run in and punch people, and that was it.
Yes.
Something that they should learn from the Arkham games is how to make the stealth better, in my opinion.
Yeah. See, I used the
I
like when
thought
I
the
did
stealth
do.
was fine. The only time
Yeah.
that I like didn't actively stealth was whenever I was symbiote Peter because I thought it was more fitting to just run in.
Yeah.
I always try to do stealth whenever I have option to do, but like
Yeah.
again, they should have learned to make the stealth more useful and more needed, like they did from the games that they were inspired by, like the Arkham games.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they didn't learn that lesson fully yet. Like they have the opportunity to learn that, but that's why I'm hoping for a next spinoff or the third game that they learn that lesson because like the Miles stealth missions and the bases were better. In the first game, it was better too, but like the second game, it just felt like they gave us more options, but also downgrade at the same time.
Yeah, for me, I would because I'm going based off like the first time I played Spider-Man One. I definitely did feel like there was like not more incentive to go stealth in the first game, but like I definitely feel like I went stealth more a lot more in the first game than I did the second game. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I feel like the first game in Miles just had more dedicated segments where you were supposed to stealth.
yeah.
Whereas this game,
Yeah.
I've never felt like I had to. Like, just run in, like just go crazy.
Because I remember you and Johnny Pat, right? Like had an issue with that stealth trophy. Because
Well,
like
I had to. I didn't have trouble with it. I didn't get it because I never bothered to stealth. So by the time I got to that was like my last trophy. And because another issue I have is you can't replay bases in this game.
yeah,
So
that's what
I
happened with
had
yeah,
no choice but
yeah,
to try to get the stealth trophy on random crimes,
yeah,
which
and
was
yeah. The
fun.
piggyback off that, like that, I had a similar issue, but like it was for doing the symbiote ability, the symbiote surge or whatever, and then uh the spider arm or whatever abilities as well. Like those were like the last two trophies I needed. And because I did everything, like I literally had to keep waiting for crime to appear to painstakingly get those trophies.
Mm.
Yeah,
That's for me, right? When I have
yeah, I did those
titles,
at the end too.
I always see those trophies in the beginning to just get rid of like the painfulness out of the way for these type of situations.
Mm-hmm.
Because I try to read the non-story spoiler trophies every time when I get a game,
Usually
and
the hidden ones are the stories for other ones.
yeah, but yeah,
I
that's
hope
what I try to do.
I hope there's an update that comes out at some point that just like
There is
adds
Yeah.
crimes back because I think that's one major issue I have with the game is once you beat it, there's like nothing to do.
there's a
Yeah.
update coming in December where
December.
yeah, it's they said like before end of the year
So it could like just between November or December, basically.
but they said like late before end of the year, so as in like December.
Yeah.
But like they said that they're going to have new game plus and mission replayability.
Yeah, I'm like I I don't remember. Did the first game originally have New Game Plus on launch?
Yes.
No, it came
Oh,
in an update.
oh, it
Miles
did?
did
Okay.
so.
It did.
Miles had it on
All right.
launch.
I was miles ahead on launch. Okay.
Miles had
Okay.
lunch with the replayability in the remastered too, but
I'll be right back. I gotta pick up my food.
but the OG game did not.
All right. Because I like genuinely didn't remember, and I was really confused as to why this didn't.
Well, like if Miles had for the lunch, they should have done it for Spider-Man 2 as well, but they didn't, which
Yeah.
is really weird.
I mean, thankfully, this game doesn't have a difficulty trophy. I think Miles had to beat the game on New Game Plus trophy. Correct me if I'm wrong.
They
I
It
had
did.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did.
It's like this game doesn't, thankfully. So I guess like it wasn't a priority for them.
in Ultimate, like for the remastered of Spider-Man, they made actual challenging trophies, like 5 challenging trophies, like 100 hit combo, don't get hit at all in a base, and beat the game the highest difficulty. Like they had all of that, but they didn't do like for two, which was an issue for me. Like I'm like, make the game feel longer, but not too long. But they felt may feel like shorter, like Miles Morales, which was my issue for gameplay wise. Like put more photo areas like they did for the first game. Like had like 50 plus, right? But this one like 10 or 20 of them, which was an issue.
Yeah, I hope they just at least give us the option to. Because like one thing I loved about the first game was just booting it up and swinging around and doing crimes. Because like
Yeah.
another thing is like when you beat the game, you there aren't any more randomized crimes. It's all just the same symbiote crime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a bug.
No, no, no. I had regular crimes too.
I had regular crimes too. The
But like
Just they're rare.
you don't have the car chases anymore. You don't have the exploding trucks anymore. It's
I
just
do.
I
you
No,
do.
do.
yeah, no, I do.
I haven't found any. Okay, maybe it's just
So I
me.
think that could just be you.
That's a you issue.
I will say one thing that I miss is I this game, like the post game, definitely feels like more dead. There's not a lot going on. One thing I really liked about Spider-Man 1 was the random civilians that were actually Fisk goons that would just like shoot you on the street out of nowhere. I thought that was
Mhm.
really fun because like I don't know, I like to just like walk around on the street and just like say hello and like do the interact prompts. So it was always fun whenever one of them would just like randomly pull a gun on me. I'm like, oh, but now
I
this game doesn't have anything like that.
I do hate that they made car chases easier now. Because like
All right, I'm
when you
back.
guys had when you guys had your first car chase, right? Did you randomly press square after you beat up the
Yeah,
bad
I
guy?
did.
Yeah.
Like were you randomly matching it?
Yeah, yeah.
Because that was me. I'm like, oh yeah, I know what to do this, but like I'm like, wait, did they make it easier?
Yeah, it's two buttons. That's it.
Yeah, which pissed me off because like making it easier was like bad because I liked it when they made it harder. And again, like the side content, right? It felt way shorter and not enough compared to the last games. Like we had 50 Spider-Man, like 150 like photo sections, 50 backpack, a lot more challenge areas for Peter, and In this game, I feel like like more than half of it was done. It felt like,
You know,
which
I'm fine with them cutting back on that, honestly. I That's one of my complaints about the original game is a lot of the side content. There was so much of it that it was just so repetitive, and I don't know, there is zero variation. It was just like go here, collect backpack, go here, do a base, go here, do a sable base. Like it was just the same things, rinse and repeat.
It kind of
And there was
why I
very
didn't.
little
Go ahead.
there is just like very little change. So I would much rather have them do a bunch of or have them do like fewer side things, but just have it vary more.
All right, I'm back. My external hard drive came in the mail.
Nice.
Ooh.
congrats.
Yeah, it's kind of why I didn't plan or I didn't even bother 100%ing the first game because there was just a lot and they kind of just felt like they were the same over and over again. I'm like, yeah, I don't feel like
That
that.
is true, but I feel like the solution here was to strip everything back, and they went too far with it. There's like a sweet spot of giving me things to do that isn't over repetitive. I don't think this game exactly hits it.
Like they made
Yeah.
the size of the map double, but not enough content for the new map.
Yeah,
But
that's
then,
fair.
like, you had the ability to make it better by adding half of the content from, like, again, I know that it was a lot, right? But they could put half of that same amount of content into one side and the other half to the other side to balance it out, but they didn't. They could have
Yeah,
just made it more engaging to go back to maps because sometimes I'm like, do I really want to go there if I barely have anything to go there? And I just use the fast travel, which I hate myself doing for it because like they could have done something better, but they didn't.
so is that it for gameplay?
Yeah. I guess if nobody else had any gameplay, again, good. I liked it. Gameplay was fun. Well, obviously we have issues in some aspects, but like it's fine.
The boss fights were amazing.
Oh
This
yeah,
game,
yeah.
Yeah, boss fight.
Oh,
I get that.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's
Oh yeah,
one
no,
thing
the
we talk
boss.
about. How did people feel about the boss fight?
I the one thing, the best thing, everyone my the two best additions to this were the web line, but also the fact that they added a parry. That
yeah,
changed the game so much. And I I don't know. I For whatever reasons, parrying is like my favorite game mechanic of all time. I
mm,
Something about it is so fun, and I try to get like really good with the combat in these games. Is like the combat and the swinging, or like what I just like put hours of my day into sometimes because I don't know, it's so fun. It's
yeah.
like a really cool, I don't know. So the fact that they added like one of my favorite game mechanics to it, I'm like, I gotta get good with this. I need to learn. And I've started playing with like the UI off, and I don't know, I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's real good.
Yeah. Speaking of the UI, there's a lot of like settings you can mess around with that I didn't realize. I think until a little bit in that R pointed out when I was streaming the game, and then I looked at it and I was like, oh my god, there's so much you can just mess around with. Setting wise, you can put fall damage on, which I jokingly kept on during my entire playthrough because I thought it'd be funny, and it was because I died like two or three different times because I kept it on. Um, Obviously you can change. There's other stuff you can change that are not coming to the top of my head, but there's a lot you can just change, like to have your own like difficulty and like maybe if there's like a specific run you want to do, you can do that.
Shout out to Zero's swing assist.
Yeah, shout out, honestly.
I love the lizard boss fight, the Venom one, the Peter one, if I could say that.
The Peter fight's probably my favorite one in the game.
I love the
Peter got
Craven.
stuck in a tree on my first playthrough.
I like.
What the
I
hell?
love that you play as Venom and you fight Craven, and that cutscene afterwards. I was shaking of excitement on what the fuck just happened.
Yeah,
It was like
that was fun.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, because like you're like, oh, are they gonna do it? And then they do it, and it's like, oh shit, I didn't think they were gonna do it, but they did, and I'm happy they did because it's Venom.
And they show it like blood on the ground and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, all right. So how much blood can we get away with for the Wolverine game?
a
Okay, I
lot.
know for a fact Wolverine's gonna be rated
Oh,
R.
and it's probably gonna be. If it's not an M-rated game, it would actually be a mistake.
No, they've hinted at it multiple times that their direct is M rated.
It has to be.
And it's a Miles director, so he knows what he's doing.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we touched upon it. The Scream thing, which we'll get more. Like I get we kind of spoiled that, but it's fine at this point. I again, like it's just like it's kind of a basic fight, but like I think I like it really a lot because of the spectacle and the banter between Peter and Scream. No, I think I just enjoy it for what it is and what it's supposed to be. Like Peter struggling to try to snap. Well, we can get spoilers about it, but
That
yeah, I
19
really
inch
like that fight.
Venom was too strong. That's the thing.
Yeah,
It's too strong.
I think I really do like a good amount of the boss fights in this game.
Yeah, the boss fights were really great, and I loved it.
I think the
I'm
only boss fight I didn't like was Wraith. Otherwise, they're all solid.
Yeah, which we didn't even touch upon. Yeah, Yuri shows up, which you can do the haha you do the haha funny Yuri.
yeah, but I'm also surprised at the ending of that side mission.
Yeah, then we'll discuss that. We will.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because I'm pretty sure that's where the DLC is going.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
I feel like we're gonna make the DLC set up for that for a certain game. That's all I need to say.
I think they would go a different direction for the certain game, but that's just me.
But yeah, I do see that they are making it really good. Um, the Scream fight, what makes me laugh about it is like there was a theory before the game came out, like as a joke, saying that MJ will become Venom, and she kind of was at the end of the day.
It was symbiote, so that we're close.
Yeah, so that makes it funny that like how that theory was as a joke was became true. But I know what you guys think. How a theory as a joke became like somewhat canonly true.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
One last nitpick about game. Well, it has to do with the suits.
Oh yeah, I guess we
How
never
come
talked about the
Miles?
suit.
Yeah, I just have to say this. How come Miles has more alternate symbiote suits than Peter?
I feel like
These
they wanted to really just focus on the game's black suit, and they put the classic black suit on. Like that's it.
And also the
Not,
Raimi one.
Yeah,
it's
the
not
Raimi
just
one's
that.
there. But the Raimi suit doesn't
I
act like a black suit. It's just black. But it doesn't
Yeah,
have
no.
like symbiote finishers and stuff.
The
Even
that
though it
makes me
should,
so mad.
considering like even in the movie it was like black webs and everything, so it should have.
but Stalling, did you forget there are some colorways to give it the symbiote on some of the suits for Peter? So
I know, but not like that. No, I'm talking about like specifically suits with the symbiotes that Peter has worn over the years, or anyone else has worn.
They
Like
could have
this,
I
put like a spectacular symbiote suit. They could have put like other
yeah.
To be fair, right?
Spider,
Because like
Spider
since
Carnage could have been a suit.
Peter,
Mhm.
since
Well,
Peter's the
well,
only one that actually uses the symbiote abilities, and I feel like it would be just harder for them to just implement, actual symbiote suits for Peter.
I could
Like,
add more as DLC, but like, still weird. Like, even and then like for the like put the max reward for the suits, it's just like all of the movie suits, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
we probably should have expected all of the movie suits to be in it, but I don't like the because like Andrew has two,
Dude,
Toby has two, and Tom has like six. So
I don't have all of his suits throughout this franchise.
it's
yeah. To be fair, Tom's been the
why
longest live action Spider-Man.
yeah, yeah, but like he also has the most suits.
Yeah,
Like,
because Disney wants
I
to
don't think
market it.
the Homecoming sock suit should have come back. I don't think the like the Far
dude
From Home
the
suit should have been in. I'm like that's it.
Yeah, no, the reason why all the No Way Home suits came in, especially the new one, the Final Swing suit came in, because like
I'm
those
glad the
were
final suit
already,
is in the game, but
yeah, those suits were already coded in like from one, so they could, like, it was just easier for them to,
the final swing suit wasn't.
Yeah, that one's new, but all the other ones aren't.
yeah.
yeah.
Those
Yeah.
are old, right?
No, I said that one wasn't in the first game, but I'm saying that,
No.
yeah, the older Tom Holland
They
suits made sense.
I'm
So like,
sure we're gonna
it's
get
just
more
man,
free DLC suits as well.
yeah.
But we'll see what the future has in store.
They
Mm.
did confirm we're getting more DLC suits.
Yeah, but we're getting those like designer
The
suits. Not
celebrity ones,
I want
and
more comic suits.
they do not look good. So I'm just one more comic. Where's the Where's the sensational Spider-Man suit? I want that.
Yeah, seriously, where's the sensational suit?
You guys cope on that real quick.
What do you
I
mean,
will
Copa?
cope.
why is
How did the
You heard,
Scarlet Spider 3 suit get in before that?
It's because
uh,
Spider-Man 3 is gonna be a clone game, clone saga.
If that's where if that was the case, then they would have put Ben Riley's skin in the game at all.
Yeah,
give me.
Ben Riley has two suits in this game, and neither of them are like the sensational suit.
Here's the thing. Give me, and I mean right. Give me Spectacular Spider-Man suit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, the
Also,
Peter B.
speaking
Parker
of
suit isn't in the
suits,
game anymore.
Peter B. Parker's suit was cut.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was about to say. I am so mad that
I'm kind of sad that that
they
got
took
cut.
out that, but they kept the No Way Home Inside Out suit.
Yeah, they kept that. Why did they keep that?
Some suits might be easier to code and not get bugs compared to other suits. That's why.
They still had it in the
But
code.
like,
There's no, you said that before. Like,
Yeah, but
if
now they also have fall damage, right? So it could be harder.
they have it for Miles and all three Spider-Verse suits as well. They could have done it for
yeah,
Peter B.
I'm
It
saying,
had been easier to code.
yes, Stelling, I'm
It'll
just
probably
saying.
be DLC. I'd imagine.
It's
But
just
It'll
it,
probably
depending
be
on the
DLC.
model that they choose, right? That model could have had issue with or need more time. That's why they didn't put it like in the base game. They could still put
I
it.
just think they just
but
cut
they
it
did
out.
that.
I don't believe there is like a specific excuse for it. It's just cut out. There is no
Yeah,
specific
because
excuse for that.
I say it's just
they have.
timing and coding because I study coding right now.
I
So
mean, what would
So
they
do
have to do
I.
that's different? They already have. Peter already has a Spider Verse suit. He has
Like
Noir.
Noir, he has to go Noir suit. Which
So it's like, why
honestly,
won't you just do that for Peter B?
and there's like three Spider-Verse suits for Miles. Like they legit have the code for it. They could have done that shit for Peter B.
Yeah,
Like, there's
I just felt
zero
like they
reason
cut it.
for them not to.
Yeah, no, I just felt like they cut it, just
Yeah,
randomly
they
cut it.
just chose not to.
I think it's just as simple they chose not to. I don't think there was any issue with it. I think they just chose not to.
can I just say something that's kind of spoilery, but kind of related to the Spider Verse stuff in the game?
Is it Delilah?
The spider butts. Yeah.
It's related to Spider, but did they
Uh,
had to? Sorry, can I say it or?
Do we want to segue into spoiler talk at this point?
We're like 2 hours in. We might as well.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, we
Well,
might as well just go
yeah,
full
but,
on spoiler
I
talk
mean,
mode.
technically, there's a little bit of spoilers, but like I think the main spoilers have been fairly kept. But if somehow y'all have not have watched or played the game, first of all, why are you here? You got spoiled on a couple of things. First
Yeah,
of all,
like if you haven't beaten the game and you sat through 2 hours of us talking about the game, I think you should go play the game.
yeah,
Yeah.
Why are you here?
but nevertheless, if you somehow are still here and want to avoid the major spoilers, we're about to do that now. So in 3, 2, 1, and spoiler talk. All right.
I can't believe
I fucking called Silk. I was in a call with Kaguya and said she will be if you're gonna add another spider person, that will be the only one that would make sense story wise. And I was fucking right.
Yeah, I see. I'm not familiar with like Silk and like a lot of like the not minor stuff, but like not like the major like stuff, but like I knew like her name and the name sounded familiar, and then it's funny because I think it was a really good like thing because they built up that Rio found like this new person and that she had been on dates with or whatnot, and like she wanted Miles to meet him and whatnot, and they kept like delaying it, and because Miles would get like a call from Peter or he would go and do his own thing, yada yada yada, and then finally the post credit happens and he goes on the like Haley is there technically as his date, and then we finally get to see Rio's date, and he's like, oh, my name's like, I think it's named Albert Moon. I don't remember if Albert Moon.
Albert.
It was like, oh, and here's my daughter Cindy, and I was like, wait, that name sounds familiar. I feel like I know this. In the back of my mind, I'm like, this sounds like it's Silk. And then I looked at it, I was like, oh my god, it is Silk. And I fucking lost my fucking collective mind. I was so happy.
I was the same, right? But like, I heard the name like, wait, I feel like I heard that name before, right? Then when I saw the silhouette, I'm like, oh, that's Silk. That's fucking Silk over
Also,
there.
I just want to point out, Kaguya stayed in a call with me for 2 hours so she could witness my reaction to it.
Oh.
And
He
Stalin
legit-
was kind of the same thing, but he got tired.
She legit says, listen, I'm going to stay up because I know exactly what your reaction is going to be, and I'm not going to miss it.
I had this like crazy crackpot theory that had no basis at all that Rio was gonna be dating Eddie Brock.
Oh.
I thought that at one point too.
I thought it could be like a major like villain like that just randomly introduced, not like the father of an actual another spider.
Cindy Moon is cool. I don't think she's gonna be that big a deal like everyone thinks she is. I don't think we're getting a Cindy game or whatever. I think she'll just be.
I think she might be playable in a Miles Morales too.
I don't think she will be.
I don't think she'll be playable, but I
Yeah.
think maybe by the end, maybe she gets bitten. Maybe I don't know.
No. I think. Hold on. We had a. Okay, here's why we say that Kaguya said they might have wrote themselves into a corner because of all of the shit that they're setting.
Yeah.
Okay, so the reason we say this. All right, Carnage. We know he's in it.
Well,
And
Carnage is gonna be DLC in this game. I don't think
It's gonna
we're
be
gonna see him
DLC,
again.
and also this is okay. Looking into general, this is what I think they're gonna do for Carnage.
Yeah.
They're absolutely
Yeah.
gonna do.
No, here's the thing. If it's
They're
gonna be
doing
that big,
absolute
of a
carnage.
fan, you might as well do it for the Venom spin-off game.
Well, I think the Venom game is gonna be null. It's not
No,
gonna
here's the thing, right?
Venom's
I
null.
think they're going to do the Carnage thing.
They would set up a new the new Venom host in the DLC, but like for the Venom game, it would just have to be null then.
Yeah.
Null or Carnage.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I was not expecting to get Carnage mentioned. I was like, oh, because technically speaking, I got spoiled on it, unfortunately. But like, I just was not expecting Carnage to get mentioned at all before the game came out.
No,
Yeah,
same.
so
I
like
wasn't expecting Carnage.
Mhm.
I feel like if they do the absolute Carnage storyline in that DLC, that would be like, oh shit, that would be like a legitimate reason as to why Peter would come back from a break. It's like, oh shit, yeah, nah, I need to come back.
Yeah, and
Also,
probably
oh, go
see
ahead.
the symbiote again and say, "Oh, it's either Flash or Eddie," and they try to team up.
Yeah.
But I don't
In this
think that.
universe, I think Eddie and Peter are on good terms because in one of the like collectibles, there's like a farewell letter from the Daily Bugle, and Eddie signed it for Peter.
Mhm.
It was one of the signatures, so like they're on good terms. So there's like no reason for them to hate each other in this universe.
And they could be going straight into like Donny Cates Eddie, who's like a good guy.
Yeah, they could just do like just straight up do the Donny Cates storyline for Eddie. Maybe get his son in the game already, or
Yeah,
maybe
like
they just have that.
maybe he already has his son at this point, and
Yeah,
Also, I'm assuming everybody called Green Goblin being set up.
Yeah,
yeah, no, that
I
that
mean,
was
that's been
obvious from
set
the
up
start.
since the first
Which
game.
I'm very surprised it took us this long to get Goblin. Like
I feel like the Green Goblin is like Spider-Man's greatest enemy. If they're gonna do an end game, he would be the end game
I
villain.
was very shocked that we even got Venom in the second game. I thought we would get Goblin and then Venom, not the other way around. Um, but yeah, it was clear as day we were gonna get Goblin set up for the next game.
yeah, it was obvious that he's gonna be the third, the Spider-Man 3 villain.
It is a little weird though that we did the Sinister Six and he was not a part of that. That was a little weird, but like I don't,
New Sinister
I
Six, but
yeah,
like
but I liked it. I liked it anyway. So like, and we'll see how they handle Goblin. In Goblin, and again, I don't know everything on media about any of these characters. The Goblin in like the media forms of media of Spider-Man that I've seen is a little of a mixed bag in the stuff I see. So I'm very curious on how they're gonna handle Goblin here.
We're gonna get Ultimate Goblin.
Really,
Yeah, it's gonna be Ultimate Goblin. I don't think we're gonna
it
get
might be,
the mech.
it might be Ultimate, unless they do like a fusion of both. Maybe
it's
we
I
could get
It
like
could
hope
be a
they
fusion.
don't.
It could be an amalgamation.
it's
be
gonna be
like
a fusion.
at the beginning we just get like classic Goblin, then as the game goes on we get Ultimate.
Here's the thing, though. We know it's gonna be fusion because, like, or because, like, first of all, the serum has been mentioned,
yeah, the
and
Genius
then
Serum.
the first game, right? We saw his mask,
Yeah,
the pumpkin bombs.
we saw his mask and his.
I
Yeah,
saw
forgot we
the
see the map.
we saw the script, like we saw the blueprint for the glider, all that type of stuff. So we know it's that. And to me, I think Otto's dying, right? So I think they're not going to Superior
Not
Spider-Man.
Which very,
Superior.
very,
I'm not
very,
saying
very
they're
cool and surprised to see Otto again. Good
listen,
on that.
stalling. I'm not saying they are. I'm saying he has the idea to do it, but he will fail. I'm saying that he is dying, so he wants to do the Superior Spider-Man stuff, but he's not going to. That's what I'm trying to say. Like he's going to die or do a redemption arc to save Peter.
I feel like a redemption arc might be likely for him.
Yeah. So I'm trying to say like the concept of the superior stuff is going to be there, but not actually the superior. Like there's going to be some inspiration to it.
Yeah. Plus, if they were gonna save Superior, they wouldn't have put the suit in this game. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's going to be some inspiration, not actually in it.
Yeah, when we first saw that cutscene, I thought Superior was the where they were gonna go. The only reason I don't want Superior to be next game is just because we just did Evil Peter.
Yeah.
we don't need another one.
Yeah,
They're not going to, but like again, they just have the idea of it, like the inspiration idea of it for the third game. It seems like Otto's obviously dying, and we already have the mechanical spider arms. So it's kind of like a hint, is what I'm trying to say. I feel like, but not actually going to happen. Just the inspiration for it.
unless like maybe I don't think this is likely, but instead of doing Absolute Carnage for DLC,
Mm-hmm.
they do Superior for DLC.
No.
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 I don't think it's likely, but I mean we'll see.
Yeah. But also, I mean, I feel like at some point they're gonna make Silk playable, but they'll have to like develop her as well.
Also, speaking
like,
of Otto, right?
whether if it's Miles Morales
God.
2 or like or the DLC, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Speaking of Otto, because we brought him up a little bit. First of all, good to see Otto. I definitely liked him and the character in the first game. So good to see him again. Can anybody tell me what did he mean by the final chapter? Because I looked it up, and there's like two different iterations of that phrase being mentioned, and neither of the source material that it could come from seems likely. So does anybody have any idea of what Otto meant by that?
I mean, the short answer is we don't know yet, right?
Yeah.
Like that's.
Yeah.
I thought he was implying superior Spider-Man.
That's why I was too, but I'm like,
Yeah.
no, probably they're just gonna have some inspiration from it,
Yeah,
not
like-
actually.
Something to keep in mind is so there's a story called Spider-Man Life Story. It's the last suit you unlock for Peter in this game.
Mm-hmm.
In that story, it's just like Spider-Man's history, but told in real
Except this,
time. So
yeah.
like they do like the '60s stories and he's a teenager, and then when they get to the '70s, he's 20. In the 2000s, he's like 60 years old, right? It's that kind of story.
Mm-hmm.
In Life Story, when they do the superior arc, Otto takes over Miles instead of Peter because he's younger, right?
Oh yeah, because I thought one of the stories like he take like Otto, or like a story where like Otto takes over Peter, and I was like, that's weird, but okay.
Yeah, that's superior. But
Yeah.
in the life story version, he takes over Miles instead because Peter's an old man by that point.
Interesting.
They could do that. Like I don't agree with it. I don't know if I'd like it, but they could totally do something like that instead.
But all I know is that Otto needs a new body, and he wants to get, but he's not going to succeed.
But is he still dying? He could walk in this game. Like he's
He's walking.
Yeah, it is weird.
Maybe-
Like he got up and started walking. It's like,
maybe he's getting better. Maybe the final chapter is his like round 2. He's ready to like he fixed himself in jail somehow.
maybe.
He cured himself, and now he's ready to get revenge.
I
No, because
still. It's
we don't
what
even really
I-
know for sure what his plan is.
Yeah. Probably
We're all
won't
just
know until
speculating at
yeah,
this
we
point.
probably won't know until like they actually show like trailers and whatnot.
Mhm.
Yeah.
To be fair, do we even know for sure that Otto just fully hates Peter now? Because if he did, he would have just said his secret identity.
We don't know.
He
Also-
hates. He
Me-
hates Osborn too. He literally admits it in the post
Yeah,
credit.
he hates
yeah.
Osborn, but like,
I love the
it's
line he
more-
gave the Norman. It was like, good. We all need to experience loss, even you. I was like, oh my god, I love that.
Can't believe Rigby hates Spider-Man.
There's a story
yeah.
where
Hey, Bills, same VA as Rigby from regular show.
Wait, what?
Otto's VA is
You're
Rigby
lying.
from regular show. I'm
You're,
not.
there's
serious.
no way.
You didn't know?
That's
You didn't
funny.
know?
That's
why I say
that's funny.
Rigby.
That's
That's why I
funny.
said
He's gonna
Rigby
do
earlier.
Norman a solid.
there's a story in the comics where Otto is dying and he makes a clone body and he takes over and he tries to like take over New York again, but like as a new identity, and they could be doing something like that too, and maybe that'll lead to introducing Jackal and like the Clone Saga, and we'll get Ben Riley. Like who knows?
I think doing a Clone Saga would be.
They'll make the Clone
Like,
Saga, but it'll
yeah.
still be bad because it's impossible for the Clone Saga to be good.
Another
I think
thing is,
Ultimate did a good job of making it kind of good.
we're not
I-
going to see Spider-Man 3 in a long time because of the
We're not.
ending of 2. Because we see Peter is taking a break. So I feel like the next game for Spider-Man is going to be Miles Morales 2 and Venom. And
Oh.
then
I think we're just getting Venom. I don't think we're getting a Miles 2.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
but then
no,
they,
but
but,
really
okay,
highly
but then
doubt
they,
there's
but
gonna
then
be
they
a-
also have to build up Cindy. So like,
yeah, so we are getting Miles 2.
maybe. Also,
So-
speaking of which,
unless they just
speak-
do it through DLC.
speaking of the whole Peter the ending, like we see at the end of the game that like yeah, Peter's essentially taking a break, and now is technically Miles like city to protect now. So that's gonna be interesting how they go about that, which is why it's very weird and how they're gonna go about that with Norman and Otto being a thing at the end. But off topic, during that scene, the garage scene specifically, right as when Miles comes in, I had a funny glitch where usually when Miles comes in, he's like already in his suit that he's in when you fight Venom. But as soon as he jumps in, his suit is just completely gone, and all I saw was his floating head. So it just looks like he's just had like an invisible like cloak or something. So that was weird. Like that was like one of the weirder bugs that I had to restart the cutscene.
Skibidi toilet.
I got the cube bug. Sorry, the feature, not the bug.
You know,
Yeah, I got the cube glitch right there. Like after that, when I swung the life story suit, that was a cube.
I was just, what I was trying to do? I was trying to unlock all the colorways when I beat the game for Miles and Peter. And then when I went to Miles and I quickly just picked the colorways and then quickly picked the blue Brooklyn 991, I just randomly turned into the cube from just going too fast on clicking
Oh.
buttons.
Yeah.
And then my friend Nebula, he also told me how the fuck did he get that glitch? And I told him, I just clicked random buttons.
Yeah, I surprisingly never got the cube glitch, which is weird. I'm sad now because I'm pretty sure they patched it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well. I guess that's one thing I'll never experience. Also, another thing because we were the topic we were specifically that was looking into this. All right, the spider bot thing. How do any of y'all feel on how they're gonna tackle that aspect of what happened in that side mission?
I think that's just an Easter egg. It's nothing
Maybe.
serious.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it's
What?
an Easter egg to a character that
Hold
got
on.
cut.
We handle
Okay.
what?
Because otherwise, it's going to be adding too much on already establishing characters to try to put in
Wait, what?
short features.
It's
Wait,
a
hold on.
very
Handle
sad
what?
cameo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Wait, hold on.
it's an unfortunate coming.
Hold on. Stalin, we're talking about
Yeah.
the spider bots.
Oh yeah.
But like, I
I-
just think it's just a cameo promotion for Spider Verse 2.
Yeah.
Well, because
Is it-
Delilah was a character that was supposed to be in Across the Spider Verse, but
Yeah.
she got cut. So
Yeah.
Also, speaking of that, like cool concept, just like the whole blocky like graphical style they showed for that. That was fun.
I
Um,
thought you were gonna unlock the PS1 Spider-Man games future.
That should have been the reward.
Yeah.
That would have been so
That
cool.
should have been.
I did like though. They name dropped Miguel in it. Like,
Yeah,
He was
they
gonna
name
put, like,
drop Miguel.
You think they're gonna put the Spider Verse Miguel as a skin?
yes.
Yeah, I think that might happen. Like it's DLC.
Yeah, so that
Well,
was.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
I
Because
don't think it's gonna go anywhere, unfortunately.
Yeah.
No. It's not like story wise. I'm just talking about we just get a skin.
Oh, yeah, maybe they could have.
I don't
Unless they just do like a cool thing, like after Beyond the Spider Verse releases, and then Spider Man 3 comes out, there's just like a quick dialogue that basically just explains that yeah that happened, so it's just like fully canon in this universe.
Mhm.
because they replaced uh just normal noir Spider-Man's uh outfit with Into the Spider-Verse. I don't think we're gonna get a Spider-Verse Miguel suit.
I think we could.
Maybe
took out
DLC could be anything, right? Like
Yeah.
assuming we get DLC like the first game, like 3 episodes. You know, three suits per episode. That's 9 DLC suits, right? One of them could be a Miguel
And then
suit.
also sometimes Insomnia just decides, fuck it, here's some free skins.
I just hope they don't get like harassed for skins this time.
Yeah, no, that whole thing about the Raimi suit thing was just like,
I was really upset that people were doing that to the devs.
Yeah. What else? Oh yeah. How did
Guys, do you think Daredevil's gonna be part of the DLC?
Yes.
There's a chance, yeah.
Wait, what?
Oh,
Okay,
like,
you
so,
didn't
so
see
in
Bill.
in this game,
Yeah. Basically, Bill's. So there was an Easter egg that was found
Mm-hmm.
that showed that Daredevil got evicted from his office. Like,
Wait,
and then
what?
yeah, no, Daredevil got evicted. So then someone pointed out to like the head of Insomniac, and says, "Okay, so we saw that Daredevil got evicted from like his building from Nelson and Murdoch. What can you tell us about that?" I was like, "Stay tuned and find out." But good find though.
Oh,
So they are teasing something with Daredevil.
that's interesting, but
He
okay.
could
It,
show up in DLC.
or he could be in the Wolverine game. Who knows? Or he could have his own game. Nobody knows, realistically speaking.
it
Yeah,
could be like,
but like
maybe one of the side quests in the DLC is Kingpin related, and you go talk.
Yeah, that's what I was
Maybe.
thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you go to Hell's Kitchen and then oh shit, Daredevil, and you team up with him.
Oh
Caboose
yeah, I
was
forgot
talking about
Kingpin was there. That's right.
Bills. I know if you know this content creator, his name is Caboose, right?
I think I
Yeah.
heard of them.
He's a great Canadian superhero game content creator. He was tweeting about, Daredevil like content. I said it would be a fun idea because if they put like Fisk slash Kingpin in for DLC for that, if they're
Mm-hmm.
putting Daredevil DLC, because that's a enemy that they both have in common. And we
Yeah.
know Fisk. We already know what's Fisk doing from Miles Morales and in Spider-Man 1. So we know. So it'd be a fun idea to conclude that in a DLC for Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, I honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I completely forgot Kingpin was in the beginning of the first game.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that does that would make sense. So how did y'all like the Mysterio fight and just Hidden Gluten in general?
I want to apologize to the Taskmaster fights real quick.
Oh. Oh.
When I said I wanted to challenge, I didn't expect it this much.
Oh,
I
so,
didn't think
so
they were
you
hard.
so you try to
Okay.
gold everything. See, I didn't
They
do all that.
they weren't
Flame was on
hard
the hardest
except
difficulty
for
of the
one.
game.
Yeah.
No, like none of them were hard for me, at least except for one. The one
I
where you
didn't.
have to kill 30 enemies in 1 minute
That was the
was
one that I had
borderline
trouble with.
impossible.
Too.
Yeah, I
That
can't
was
like.
the only one I struggled with, and I struggled so hard.
That was the only one that I struggled with too.
Yeah,
But
see, I didn't
yeah,
do any.
Insomnia Games, I like to make an apology, but can you also make it harder?
Yeah, I think they should be harder.
They're not Arkham difficulty yet, are they, Pat?
Give me Dark Souls. I want Dark Souls.
Yeah, I think
I don't think the general consensus wants that actually.
they should make it Arkham like difficulty for these missions. Don't you agree, Pat?
Are they putting the Nameless King in Spider-Man?
Okay.
I want them to just steal Melania from Elden Ring and put her in this game. Don't change the mechanics at all. Just put Melania.
Yeah, no, this is, like if you just do if Null just somehow shows up, just turn him into a Millennial boss fight. Let's just see how crazy.
Then
it
the
goes.
game would really sell.
Honestly, with the
Wait,
parry,
you
that
want
would
Noel to
honestly
step
be
on
like
you,
the best
Stalling?
thing ever.
Huh?
You want Noel to step on you?
No.
I mean, you said to make it like Melania, so
I
Where did
mean,
you get that from?
I
That's
mean,
not what I.
I mean, if Stalling's not going to take the initiative, anyway.
Oh, I'm not talking about Millennia. I'm talking about Null.
yeah. So Stalling, you
Same-
don't want to
same
get
thing.
you don't want to get stepped by Null. Is what you're trying to say.
No, I do not want to get stepped on by Null. I'm just saying, like as a boss fight.
But that's the thing, though. Melania does step you in the boss fight.
That's like kind of
Boy.
wrong.
Put yourself in the corner there, buddy.
What is oh, so there the spoilers to talk about. Um,
Can we talk about that Venom twerk scene?
the what?
The Venom
Oh,
twerk scene.
okay. Speaking of Venom, yes, we did. You did. You helped me remember something by doing a joke. Thank you. So Craven got his fucking head chopped off. Oh my fucking god!
Yeah.
He was hungry.
He was
Venom
definitely
was-
hungry.
Venom
Nom
was
nom.
angry.
He had the
Bro was
munchies,
happy about
so
it
many
too.
hits to satisfy.
Like I'm a little disappointed that that's the way Craven went out, considering he needed more. That being said, oh my fucking god, that was a cool ass the way to go out.
Hold on, I just remember something. I love the wings from Venom and the
Oh
anti Venom stuff.
yeah, that
Yes,
the
yes, I
Venom
fucking
wing
love
thing
the
was
wing.
caught me completely off guard.
I was screaming,
Okay,
stalling. I don't know if you were there with me.
I popped off because I did not
yes.
see them adapting that. Because like, guy goes like, also during the call, I was like, since when could he do that? Since like 4 years ago, did not think they would put that in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't even know he could
All right,
do
can
that.
I mention
They could
that
do that now, yeah.
in
It happened in the Donny Cates run,
the
which they
last
took a lot
part
from that.
Now when are they
of
gonna give him his axe?
Playing.
oh, I was just gonna say this is, I guess, more gameplay, but in the last part of that fight where you have to mash square as both Miles and Peter, I think that's the closest I'm going to get to reliving playing Kingdom Hearts 2 and beating Xemnas with
Oh
the same
yeah,
four
you know
emeralds.
what? Did that? Yeah, there is like similar parallels when it comes to those two. That you make that's a good point actually.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is some kids like Kingdom Hearts 2 pop off moment.
Yep. Ironically, it also has a 2 in it.
True. Um.
I
Uh.
think that's it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean, we technically talked
Uh,
about Scream and how. Yeah, I mean, we kind of mentioned it, but like not really. How MJ got turned in the Scream. That was something that completely caught me off
She
guard.
wanted that 19 inches of Venom.
She certainly did. Apparently. Yeah, that one.
when
That was.
will it be my turn?
I think you have to wait in
Soon.
line. I think you
I'll
got.
cut the line.
Oh. Yeah, you're gonna be fighting the people for that. Yeah.
I have something to say about anti venom.
Yeah.
I'm a little upset because I didn't consider anti venom as an option for this game. I'm like, it's Venom's first appearance. They're not gonna do anti venom just yet. And then the day before the game came out, I got spoiled on Twitter
Oh,
because someone posted all the suits in the game. I'm like, huh, that anti venom suit looks. Oh no, that's a spoiler, isn't it? And then I got there.
Oh.
But I have to say, don't like that suit. I really don't like
Really?
it.
Yeah,
really?
I'm a little indifferent. I think it's fine, but like I can kind of see where you might be coming from.
I find the black parts of the suit are just kind of randomly thrown around. They're not like cohesive.
I don't like the face for the anti-venom suit, but I like it too. Like they could have made his comic book counterpart too, but they didn't.
Yeah, I'm indifferent to it. I guess I thought it was fine.
Well, okay, so here's the thing that they would have to set up for like the sequels and spin-offs. Carnage, DLC. They want to do a Venom game. They have to set up the new host, whether it's Eddie or Flash. They would also need to set up Silk for either with DLC or Miles Morales too. And then they also need to set up Green Goblin. So they legit need to at least like take care of like Carnage, the
Also,
Venom,
don't
the
forget
Silk thing.
Chameleon.
Oh
also
yeah, that
Chameleon.
too. Anyway, no, Chameleon could easily pop up in the
Chameleon
main
did.
story.
I think
Chameleon's
Chameleon might
easy
be
to use.
DLC.
They could, no. There is a way they could put Chameleon in Spider-Man 3 and make it work. Like kind of what they did in Spectacular. There is a way they could do that. Yeah.
I think Chameleon will just be a side villain for the next game.
Yeah.
Carnage, I think, will be DLC. I don't think we're gonna see Norman at all until Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Chameleon will be DLC.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards that way as well.
Yeah, but no, I feel like
Especially if they're gonna,
DLC should
especially if they're gonna give a 30 DLC, I feel like that would probably be like.
I feel like they should like make a big. I feel like the DLC should just be like a big thing, just focusing solely on doing
Well,
absolute carnage
the reason
storyline.
why I think it's DLC, consider I didn't even know that was Craven's brother. First of all,
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
that was always.
yeah, I never knew that. because I don't know anything about Chameleon in general. But yeah, that's like the reason why they could get DLC. That be DLC because of Kraven's connection to this game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess so. But like, if they really, I'm just saying, if they don't want to like write themselves into a corner,
Yeah,
like they could easily do something with Chameleon in the third game and would have nothing to worry about whatsoever. But if they want to just focus on Carnage, who canonically stronger than Venom, he would need. If you're gonna do DLC, the whole thing would have to be about him. He is the bigger threat.
Well, I just say like make that the final major DLC.
Yeah.
No. I would rather do like an expansion pass thing. Don't do like the city that never sleeps again. It would have to be bigger.
I guess I don't know. I guess I'm just not that
Yeah,
intrigued
no.
by Chameleon to why I don't think he'll be in like the third game as like a side thing. Like I guess he could, but like I don't know.
You
I
could
don't
use
know.
it as a way to like I don't know, just do a plot like someone's impersonating Spider-Man or something.
That's
Like
too much like
either
the Hush. Though.
what
That's too much like Hush though for Batman. Remember?
didn't Chameleon come first?
Still, but like
I don't
gameplay
think being too
wise.
similar to Hush is relevant.
Listen, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I
Besides,
don't think Sony or Marvel gives a
they
shit.
don't even care.
Yeah. Again, if Marvel wants to make
Look at
Batman,
the-
just like straight up, just
Also,
make a rip-off
also-
Batman, they'll do it. It doesn't matter.
yes, no, it does not really matter.
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do with Chameleon. We'll see.
Yeah, well, Chameleon is like not that big of a character. They could easily plop him into something and wouldn't really change anything. Carnage deserves like a whole DLC to himself.
Yeah.
Because like if you don't want to make Spider-Man 3 crowded, it will have to be like a big DLC.
Can I just
like
quickly?
if we don't, we'll probably know something about it in like a year and a half at most.
Mhm.
You were gonna say something, Flame?
Yeah. Stalling. Remember what Sarah said
What? What did she say?
about when Lee and Miles went to Peter's head?
Oh yeah,
we didn't
that
even
joke.
talk about Lee actually at all.
Oh yeah, we did not.
Lee's fantastic in this game.
Yeah,
I
I love Lee in
Yeah.
the game.
I interacted with the actor a couple times on Twitter. He's amazing. He's a really nice dude. He does really great job. He did a great job as Red Hood. He did a great job as Mr. Negative. The dude's a great guy.
You know, they handled Lee very well. Like I mean, he was a good like a character in the first game, but like they handled like his redemption like arc in general really well. I would say.
Yeah. One thing though,
Hold on, hold on, Bills. You want to know the joke that Azura said?
What's up?
It was basically says Lee and Miles stumbling over, going around Peter's mind. They accidentally take the wrong turn, and then they see Peter and MJ sex tape.
Oh my
And it's just,
Also, they're fucked up for making us relive the in the anime death scene again.
yeah. Also, I kind of love how they did an homage to that cinematic trailer during that section.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was something I was gonna mention before we got to that. Oh yeah.
They should bring back Aunt May and make her playable.
Well, yeah. I thought there's like some comic where like she supposedly died and like she was alive after all. So there's like some weird shit about that I saw.
And I do not want them to do that.
You know what?
that
Spider-Man 3 needs one more day.
No, it does not,
Ooh.
Pat. Shut the fuck up.
Nah. I think
it
he's onto
needs
something.
Sinister Pass.
No, we do not need
Enlighten me
Sinister
on the
Pass.
context
When
of
does
this.
it even exist in this universe for all we know?
Mephisto should be the main villain of Spider-Man 3. Fuck Green Goblin.
Okay.
Mephisto and Morbius.
Oh yeah, Morbius. Morgan Michaels is in this universe.
Yeah, he's in the game.
Yeah, he is in this universe. He's in the game. Like
I think I
he can
saw
legit
that.
show
I
up
think I
in
saw
3.
that.
Honestly, I hope he does.
It would be funny,
You know,
honestly.
like yeah, no, I think that would be the best place to put him. I mean, Hobgoblin, they haven't used him yet.
Yeah. They're like,
If they were gonna do the Jackal, they have to do a Clone Saga, and that's like a whole other thing.
yeah. I wanted to do what. Obviously, we're probably nearing the end. I wanted to retouch on like how I felt about the story and like the impact and how I think the first game was better. Um, in terms of like the climax and whatnot. Like, while
And the pacing.
I do like the ending of this game. I just do think that like the battle with Otto and like the Sinister Six or whatever, and then obviously the Aunt May death. The ending of Spider-Man One in general was just it hit a lot more than this game did. Not to
Yeah.
say like this game ending was bad; it was good. I just think there was much more at not much more at stake, but like it felt like they were more in peril because I made this like comparison when Venom like pretty much it had symbiotes throughout the entire fucking Earth, which that was a cool little scene that they showed. Um, while they can be comparative in terms of how dangerous those two situations are, I still do think the Devil's Breath was a lot more of a perilous situation. Not to say that Venom was not as much dangerous as what the Devil's Breath was, but I just feel like that situation in one was a lot more at stakes than the second game situation. If that
I
makes
think
any sense.
the big
Because you spent
difference.
more time with it.
Yeah, that's true. That's also true.
I think the big difference is like yeah we do spend a lot more time with it, but also there's consequence to the Devil's Breath.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
Spider-Man saves the day, but Peter Parker loses Aunt May. And I know
Course.
Otto is still evil at the end, so like you know there's a consequence. This game ends, and yeah, Harry's sick. He's not dead, but he's still dying.
He's in like
But I think
coma.
that's the problem is he's still dying. Like
yeah,
he was dying before this game, and he's still dying. Like nothing
yeah.
changes.
Like we went back to square one.
Yeah, and maybe Harry should have died. I think everyone
No.
was expecting Harry to die, and
I
that's why
thought he
they
was going
didn't do
to,
it.
but I guess either I don't know if they're gonna turn him or Norman into Goblin, though we'll see.
Yeah,
I guess.
maybe Harry will
Yeah,
be the Green Goblin.
I
Not
feel
Norman.
like if they supposedly did not kill off Harry, then that's probably the route. They'll probably turn Harry into Goblin, which
Yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily hate, but like I would have to see how they go about that.
Because Norman's really old in this game, right? So I don't think he will
Kind of,
become the Goblin.
He's not
I
that
don't
old.
know.
He's
I mean,
but
well,
like
the
yeah, not
serum makes
really.
him not really. I mean, like Norman's also old in like the comics and stuff, so like and he's still Green Goblin, like physically as well. Like the serum just does everything for him. They could just do that same with
Yes, the
Peter.
Paul comic.
No, no, I'm not talking about Paul. I'm talking about in
Oh my
general.
god, not Paul.
I think Paul should be in Spider-Man.
Okay.
No, all right, shut the fuck up.
Paul tries to steal Peter's girlfriend, Spider-Man 3.
Paul should be Spider-Man. In Spider-Man.
Oh,
I don't even know I don't even know the context, and I don't want it. I mean, I know the context because y'all bring it up all the time, but because
You're
of that,
better off. You're better off.
I don't want to know.
listen, we're getting a good Peter Parker story soon. All right, in January.
All you have to say is Peter Parker is currently pregnant with Norman Osborn's child in the comics, and that's all I want to talk about.
That just sounds horrible.
Peter's currently in the cuck chair right now.
It's
Yeah.
okay. In January, we're getting Ultimate Spider-Man, and peace will be restored to the comic
Yes.
book world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we talk about Connors? I felt like we talked about him a little bit.
Yeah, we talked about him briefly.
Yeah. I mean, I do
We
like.
did talk about Carnage.
Yeah. I guess I reiterate. Like, yeah, Connors was cool. I liked him. I like.
I really like the idea they made him a cult leader in this game.
Really cool boss fight, but he sure is Connors.
Yeah. Yeah. He is. He is Connors.
Oh, Connor, the lizard. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So,
when did
this is
Connor?
why your
cult
family.
Oh
leader?
yeah.
left.
Yeah. Carnage. Yeah. Yeah. That was a thing. That
Nah, nah,
happened.
nah. Clearly, Dr. Connors is cult leader stalling.
Yeah. That.
No, set up.
Yeah, nah, I was not expecting Carnage to be like turn him to like a cult leader, but okay. And I
You
do.
know, I didn't put it together that the crazy redhead was Cletus
Not
Cassidy.
only did I, but then after it was revealed, like, oh yeah, that does make sense.
You know, there's only two
Okay.
redheads in this universe, and one of them is MJ, so I guess it has to be Cletus Cassidy.
Yeah, no, I was like, oh yeah, I probably should have pieced that together earlier. I was like, crazy cult leader, a crazy redhead, seems like a killer. I should have put that together way earlier, huh?
Also, neat detail for them to give out the different alien names that he had. I don't remember. Like, I don't remember. Like, I think it was a call Yuri. I don't remember.
Yeah,
Yeah, Yuri.
I liked her in this game.
Yeah. And she does appear at the end of the game. After you complete the flame side mission, she eventually starts roaming around the city. So that's neat.
Even before end of the side mission, she does that.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
she didn't start appearing for me
Also,
until after I did them all. So
Also,
okay.
a really cool thing that I didn't notice until like I've been replaying the game. So turns out when you beat that mission with Perry as in an Agent Venom costume, if you play as Miles, you can see him running around.
Yeah.
And you can team up with him. I never knew that until we played
Wait,
it.
what?
I did that.
Yeah, no,
first
Harry
I
can
was
be the
gonna mention
primo.
that.
What the
I saw it
hell?
my first playthrough and I was laughing. I'm like, holy shit, is that Harry?
That's actually that's hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever.
Also, I don't
saw
know
that.
if my game bugged during it, but like, I don't think he
Oh
has
yeah, we didn't even talk about
a
bugs.
leaving animation. He just stands there and checks his phone.
Oh, they just forgot to put that in.
Who?
I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. Speaking of bugs, yeah, there's one thing where during the Lee thing, and like Lee is like it's like working on like I don't remember, it's like some bomb or like something. When you're in Peter's mind, I think it's like when you get a new chain ability, or they tell you to press something, and like and it'll like freeze the screen until you press the button. Every time, like for whatever reason, like when I went to go do that, it would not progress, and I literally like even when I reloaded the save, it wouldn't do it. I literally had to close the game and then reload the save to fix it. So that was weird. There was what there was. There was the bug with the miles at the end. There was another one that was just random that I had to restart an entire fight, and I don't remember what it was. But yeah, the game is great, but like it definitely needs some patches.
I told you this on Twitter, Bills, but the I the final shard uh for Sandman's side quest,
Yeah,
I
Crystal.
get soft blocked when I do that.
What?
I get
Oh
soft
yeah,
blocked whenever I do the BEMF thing,
yeah,
and then I also get I'm soft blocked on the bike one as well. I just like can't 100% the game now because if I try those, the game just like kills itself.
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Did you guys know you ride the bike even as Spider-Man? Like randomly in the city?
Yeah,
Yeah, I did see that.
you can ride the bike as Venom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
What the fuck?
Also, oh yeah, can we talk about how Venom can do the Wakanda Forever, but Peter can't?
Yeah.
Oh my god! I thought
Yeah,
about
it's-
Peter Kid.
It's because Venom's model is based on Miles's, but it's really funny that it worked out that way.
Wait, what do you
Yeah.
mean?
So
Oh
there,
no,
there's a thing where you can do. I don't know what specifically. I don't know like the full
yeah.
kind of thing, but like
Basically, you could go to the Wakandan embassy, and if you play as Miles, you can do the Wakanda forever, like hand gesture, like sign. But Peter can't do it. But it turns out there is a glitch where you can free roam as Venom, and if you go there, Venom can do it too,
I guess
but Peter
because
can't.
Venom is modeled after Miles, which is
Yeah,
weird.
his model is based
Yeah,
on Miles.
I know, but it's still funny to think about.
Yeah, it's funny that it worked out that way.
Yeah. Also, I don't want to get too much time, but I do feel like we're nearing. I guess
Yeah.
one more thing. Can we talk about how people often that are complaining about people complaining? Can we talk about how there's been also people complaining how you can't traverse it like it's fucking GTA. Y'all know there's a post where like someone
Oh yeah,
complained about how you
Those
can't
are
go in the
bait. Those
subway.
have to be bait.
They
No,
have
they're
to
have
have.
not.
to be like, bro, press
One of those
R2.
have
It's
to
not that
be.
hard.
Yeah, like
Well,
we're playing
listen,
as a
listen.
Spider Man to play Spider Man. I'm not just playing Spider Man to play a
I'm
GTA
booting up Man 2.
game.
Here's the
Yeah,
thing:
yeah, just man.
if you
I
want to
want to
They
play
play
as,
even
as
made that
man,
joke.
not Spider Man.
They even
if you
made
want
that
to
joke
play
in
Marvel's
as
Man
Spider-Man
MJ,
I
2.
3.
want to
They
I
play
even,
it
get it.
too.
If you want to play as MJ, I get. But if you want to play as Spider-Man, you can literally swing around the city. Why do you need to go to the subway?
I can't believe the open world is bad because I can't take the New York subway.
Man. Also, yeah,
What about the hot
speaking of
dog?
the subway, there was actually another thing. Sorry, there's another like complaint about. There was someone complaining about how they got rid of the subway loading screen, and then everybody went after them. Like it's like they were arguing it should have been like an optional thing you do. It's like no, it's not. It's not even optional to begin with. It was literally there just to cover up the game loading. So yeah, people. Twitter is fun. Short story. Twitter is fun.
I love X.com.
Oh boy, yeah. I still refuse to call it that. I still have the bird at my app logo. I still have yet to update that, which is funny that I've been able to get away with that for so long.
Hey, Elon, you know what to do.
No.
Elon ban this guy.
No. Wait.
so, okay, off topic. So you know that a Fallout TV show's coming out next year, right?
Is it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there is, like in April. You want to know something funny? The trailer for that leaked like 2 to 3 months ago, and it's still on YouTube. Like it's still there. Like they do not care. It is like there. You can see it. It
Uh,
is not really that blurred.
for
Still
legal
there.
reasons, this is a joke.
This is a joke. Legal reasons is a joke. Legal reasons is a joke.
Hypothetically.
Hypothetically, it could still be there. Just hypothetically.
Definitely, definitely still not there. Definitely not outing someone right now.
Yeah, definitely.
Um,
Mr. Phil Spencer, if you see this, just know it's my friend Stalling's fault. We have no involvement whatsoever.
yeah. I think that is it. I think we we pretty much exhausted everything that's pretty much in the game. I mean, I, I guess one other final thing. I do like I do like the little side like Coney Island like mission that was fun to do. Like it was just a fun little side thing to do
Yeah.
before
Yeah,
getting
it was
before introducing Harry symbiote or the start of it. It was fun.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that is pretty much most. I'm pretty sure maybe there's like one or two things that we probably missed out, but that's pretty much all there is that you can do or to talk about in Spider-Man 2. Again, Great game. It has its issues in both gameplay, bugs, and like story wise, but still a really good game. Um, like yeah, I would say we've had like probably like an 8.5, like close to a 9, maybe like on a good day for me. I usually don't hold like issues that much. Um, considering I still give Frontier like a 7, even though it probably should be lower because of its issues, but it is what it is. But there, but there's definitely issues with Spider-Man 2 that needs to be ironed out. But like you probably get lucky and like not experience like most of any of that, so like it'll probably be like a better experience. But it's still a really good game. Still a really good game. Exciting to see what's gonna be next. I uh can you make this the thumbnail? You know what? Sure thing, Art. Sure thing. Sure thing. Um,
Wait, is that like the Mr. Beast pose?
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Oh my god, there is a whole ass bug on my screen as soon as you posted that video. What the fuck?
Oh no! Oh, you motherfucker!
The bug wanted the
Flame,
19 inches of venom. This is crazy.
Wills, that's not real. That's not real.
Oh, it's not real. Oh, you bitch.
Yeah, Flame, you motherfucker.
Flame, you actual
great.
bitch. Fuck off.
Thank
Oh,
you,
Oh.
Nathan, for that. Nathan, thank you for this.
I absolutely.
There's one thing about the game that I wanted to mention that I completely forgot about.
Mm-hmm.
I am
Yeah.
devastated that in the photo mode they got rid of the selfie.
Oh, yeah, there was no like selfie thing. It was just relegated to just taking pictures of the city. That was the thing.
Hold on, but hold on. There is one thing they added. That is so hilarious that they did this. Hold on. Let me find it.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess while you're looking for that, did anybody like anybody interact with like the two mascots that are like just in like a part of the city?
Oh, it's about the Spire
Yeah.
Cat?
Did anybody like just sit there and just exhaust like all their dialogue? Because I didn't
Yeah,
interact
no.
with them at all until like the literally as I'm platinuming the game, and then I'm like, I guess they have dialogue after you reach a certain point of each like section of the game, because the dialogue just kept going on and on. I thought they were gonna keep going, and then they finally stopped. I'm like, oh, I guess they're just different dialogue after a while.
Hold on. Sorry to interrupt the Bills, but I thought it
No,
would be something funny.
Mhm.
Those Spire Cats, do you know Nathan Fillion voiced one of them?
Did he really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually neat. Yeah, there was a little funny side thing they added.
Yeah.
Yes, come on.
Dawn,
I
did
know
you
it.
did
There
you
it is. There it is. I found it. Here it is. They added this.
what is this changing my
Oh
mind?
yeah.
Wait, what is this?
The Toby pose.
Oh yeah. Oh
This is the
yeah.
game. It's
Oh
only as
yeah.
Peter Parker though, but that is fucking hilarious. It's in the game.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
so glad that Venom dunks you.
Yeah, he does dunk you. He cooked.
It does. Oh my gosh. Also, now that I think about it, after seeing some Lethal Protector comics and also reading the Donny Cates run and a lot of stuff, the Sonic Universe Venom movies did actually get him pretty spot on most of the time. Actually,
Yeah.
like I think the problem of the movies was just like not Venom related at all. This Venom himself was like it was great. It was perfect. Yes, he didn't start off as a villain, but like if they were adapting Lethal Protector era Venom, and they did it pretty well.
yeah. Actually, one final thing. I know we're getting deep in. I apologize. I love the music during the first section of the final boss when you're playing as Peter, or
Yeah.
after you do the last Mary Jane section, and then you fight Venom in the first phase, whatever, as Peter, and then eventually goes to Miles. That first fight of the final fight with against Venom, like the music on that is fucking phenomenal, and it might be like probably my favorite song in the game. One of them, I would say. Like it's a really good song for that fight, and again, like the dialogue in the game is just fantastic, and it enhances it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, really cool stuff. Really cool stuff. All right, that probably will do it. Again, this was fun. We're nearing 3 hours, but that's okay. I appreciate y'all stopping by.
Thank
Again,
you for having us.
no problem. How about y'all, before we sign off, how about y'all once again introduce yourself and let people know where you can find y'all at? I guess we can start from Aru and then Flame and Pat and Snowing. So Aru, go ahead.
You can find me at twitch.tv/Oricado, where I don't stream.
Occasionally stream. Yeah, definitely follow her. She's inconsistent, but that's okay. We love her all the same. All right, Flame, you're up.
All right, so you can follow me at Flameku1 at Twitter. I'm calling it Twitter, not the other thing. And I am also at Blue Sky now, so same username, Flameku. That's where you can find me.
All right, Pat.
So you could find me on twitter.com at Padalino or at ProtoZXL. Both will work. And you could hear my lovely voice on my movie podcast, Fresh Off the Reel.
We should definitely
It's
go
on
check
all
out.
your favorite music platforms. Give us a shot. We talk about movies. It's fun.
Go to the podcast, by the way.
Thank you.
Definitely should check that out. All right, then it's off, darling.
You can follow me on Twitter at StallingTech412, and also I am also on Blue Sky now, and it's the same name as well.
All right. Well, y'all know where to follow me. Follow me at the following locations above us. That's where all my socials. I do need to add Blue Sky probably as well eventually. But yeah, it was fun. I appreciate anybody who has stuck out to watch almost 3 hours of this. I appreciate that. I appreciate everyone joining for this. It was a fun discussion. I definitely wanted to do something like this like around when Tears of the Kingdom came out, but like I think I got preoccupied with stuff, so I just never got around to it. So it was good to do something like this. I don't know when I'll do another one. Probably not for a while. There's probably not gonna be a major like release for a while for me to do a discussion like this, but I'll definitely look to do more of them when the time's calling for it. But again, I appreciate everyone who watched this, and I appreciate y'all for being in here in the chat. This was fun. Hope you have a great day, and I will see y'all next time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Peace.
Take care, everyone.
Take care.
Take care.
Take care.